Aldrin to meet him at the place where you first entered the city, or your friends, the Myconids. Frankly, not certain, but it was a threatening ultimatum, so something's gonna happen to the Myconids. Albrecht has headed off with his supply of the oils to break out the people in the marketplaces. You guys are now alone. Remove sick quality because he's not fucking shown up.
He's in the box.
We had an hour, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and
since we've traveled to the edge and back now, how long do you think it would take us to get there?
20, 30 minutes.
Okay. So, all right, guys, here's what I think we need to do. We need to get near to where we need to go, but then we wait 20 minutes. We buy as much time as we can, and then we go to that spot. What do you guys think?
yeah,
Sounds like a good idea.
honestly, anything to delay it as much as possible. I mean, your old man has a plan.
Awesome. Any of you have a way to make the magically help me talk better? I got a plan to buy time once we're there. It involves me using my minor illusion and conjuring up images of what I saw, which they did. Who heard me when I said it? It was Sarah, I know. But
Albrecht.
Rogar still asleep?
You basically gave a quick summary while I was asleep.
Rogar, you weren't awake for this, but I lived its life.
What's life?
The thing we're about to go face.
The thing in Albrecht? Not the thing in Ardren?
It's easiest way to explain is it's what's left behind when Mordrin became a god.
I wonder.
So
That's... What do you mean by, like, what remained?
What remained? I saw a circle of light, half white, half black. The white went to the sky, the black stayed in that coffin. And it stayed there for about 9,000 years. It grew bitter.
God.
And it grew angry. I got an idea. I'm going to talk to it. I'm going to explain that we understand why it's doing this. I'm going to try and stir a reaction. If this goes really badly, I'ma die. And you two are gonna have to figure out what to do afterward.
Okay.
Goes good. It's pie in the sky. We get really, really lucky. Maybe we can talk this situation out of being full-scale war.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's be honest, I don't trust our chances if we have to fight our way out.
Well, I want to buy time, and then we need to fight. And I think we need to get moving now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we can talk as we go.
Yeah.
We're not being stealthy, I guess.
We're moving. We should.
Yeah, we already agreed we're gonna move with purpose. So.
Yep. March out like a bunch of thug ass bitch, I guess. I don't know.
So that's what we do, and we're heading to about, let's say, here, right down here.
Okay. All right.
And we're gonna see how much time passes till we get there, and then buy us till we have like 10 minutes left.
And as we're getting closer there, I'm gonna keep an eye out for like the soul like pollution and like, you know, hold them back like when we're getting really, really close.
Okay, so you guys head out of the building onto the streets of the dwarven city down through into the kind of still wet canals. Along the way, you golems. You notice the mage golems. You notice the big golems. You notice the little golems. They seem to be watching you, but doing nothing to stop your progress.
Oh, shit.
That's what I expected. So, have a backup plan, both of you?
Lower pace a little.
Yeah. When we get there, well, we're gonna wait till there's only 10 minutes left, won't we? Once we get there, anyways.
Assuming
One?
they'll let us.
Yeah. Well, no, they're not stopping us. When this happens,
By the time you guys get to like the first junction, one path leading near the marketplace and the other path continuing down, you note that the spider has stopped moving. The city is completely stabilized.
That can't be a good sign.
well,
Continue on past the large temple that that was the centerfold of your first trek into the city. You run, and now you're nearing where you first came into the city.
all right.
You're in the muddy canals.
We'll go.
Rogar, you see beneath you a massive amount of soul pollution.
Yep. They're just south of us.
When you say below, do you mean below our feet, or do you mean to the south?
Yes, like beneath your feet.
Oh, beneath our feet.
Yes.
Oh. Ah.
Shit.
Fuck.
Well, it doesn't look like we're gonna be able to wait that 20 minutes. Let's go ahead to where I left the rope.
All right.
Don't we just walk down?
We could go into the temple. That's the only place we think where that was.
Do we have the time though to do that?
Using whatever skill you pick, can I make a roll to determine if that room we were in was right above this temple?
You mean below the temple?
Yeah.
Give me an intelligence check.
Okay. Oh, this is gonna be bad, but I'm gonna try anyways. Just flat intelligence?
Yes.
Four.
You're not certain. You can't really put everything in the right kind of. You can't really orient yourself that well.
Unless one of you has a better idea, I think we're gonna have to go to the rope.
Unfortunately, we are. I mean, actually, quick question. Like, looking at the souls and my memory of how how the black was going through like the walls and through like the crystals and all that stuff. Does that look like it's going through the temple or no? Or can I just not see that?
You can see a small, faint glimmer of black. You could see a small bit of black down there, but it's almost completely obscured by the soul pollution. But you do not see the black tendrils.
Okay, so no tendril indicating that coming from there. Okay. Well,
Farn's gonna start heading towards the rope.
Yeah.
Don't have a choice.
We got no option.
All
I
right.
just hope to God that Albric has an idea about this.
I hope he knows where to go. Yeah, alright.
Okay, as we're getting closer to the rope, just looking around, like, the big golems, the mage ones, they're all just, like, still, like, standing, like, you know, turning their head to keep their eye on us, right?
Yeah, they're kind of standing neutral and watching you.
When
You
we
actually
get,
don't see a mage over here, but you've
when
seen
we-
a few of the big ones.
yeah, when we get here, Parn's going to, instead of going forward to
The rope
here,
is over here, by the way.
what?
Over here.
Come in through here.
No, we didn't. We came in over
No.
here.
We came right down there.
Over here would have put you right next to the massively guarded temple. You were
Fair
not
enough.
next to that. You jumped.
Sworn it was
You jumped
here.
along the buildings to see that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you did a bunch of Prince of Persia stuff there.
Alright, how much time has passed when we get to here? Well, here.
For like maybe 20 minutes.
And since since I already did it once, how long would it take me to get to?
Jumping along the rooftops to get over there, maybe another 5 minutes.
Why do you want to
Why?
go over there so much?
Because I want to see if all the guards are still out in front. Fuck it. No, we don't have time. All right, let's get to the rope. And
No
then...
offense, I don't think they'd let you. I think they'd probably see you jumping up and they'd probably punch you or something.
Well, that's the point. To see if they'll stop us from going there, or if that's... Whatever. Yeah. All right. So we get to where the rope is. Is it still there?
Yeah, you head through the abandoned city, passing by more of the golems. Again, this area of the city only has the little golems, and you see a rope still tied up there.
I'm gonna walk up to one of the golems. So do you seek us to go down, or do you seek us to go through the temple?
You get no reply from the golem.
I don't think the golem has sentience. I think it only responds to commands.
Yeah,
Alright, I'm gonna look.
the only ones I can think of that have any intelligence would be like the really big ones or the mages.
Alright, so we got like 20 minutes left. Alright, let's climb down.
How long would it take us to climb down?
Altogether, probably about maybe 6 minutes to get down to the bottom.
Okay. Well, we'll be careful.
Yep.
Barn's gonna.
Before we
Okay,
go down the rope, I just quickly grab Parn. And I'm just gonna quickly like look around as well. Do I see the soul pollution there? Is it still like below us, like right in that chamber area where we originally tried to fight the golems, or does it appear like? Okay. Yep. It's down there.
And you said it. And how far from here to the hole was it again?
From currently you're on the leg. Then it's maybe like a minute or two to get to the.
No, I mean how far? How many feet?
Maybe about 100 feet.
Alright.
Yeah, no, about. About maybe 500, 600 feet up the lake.
No, I mean from where we are.
Yeah, you're currently on the leg, on the joint, off the rope.
I haven't climbed on the rope yet. I mean, I'm looking over the edge.
Mm-hmm. So you're looking at the ground right below us.
I'm following the rope. How far till the rope anchors back into the hole?
The rope doesn't angle back into the hole. It angles down kind of onto the, like right next to the hole.
Yeah, there's a ledge there.
Yeah, kind of a little ledge there.
Okay, because all right, I'm remembering wrong then. All right, well, because what I was gonna have Parn do is actually jump out and then, as he's falling, teleport into the hole to not take up a slot on the rope.
Zahn.
Because if it wasn't that far away, I could nullify enough fall damage.
That flying thing that Sarah can do. That's like a something that requires a long rest to recover. Correct?
Yes.
And how long can you use that for?
For about a minute.
Okay, that's your emergency get out of dodge card. So hold on to that one.
Alright, start climbing down then. About where is the hole?
Yeah.
Because see, what I remember is, and I may be wrong, but I remember we climbed up the leg, I pulled up the rope, and then we had it sitting in the little cave. And then when everything went shit in the cave, we didn't have Sarah fly the rope up to the top, anchored at the top.
Yes.
I mean, anchored in the cave.
Yes.
Okay. I'm not picturing it right then. Because I don't understand how it's 500 feet. down?
500 feet down. That's from like where we're standing to the absolute bottom of the leg.
Yeah, I didn't know it. It's not five. It's 500 feet from where the rope's anchored, kind of into to get into the main area. Sorry, I missed. It's about. How long was the rope again? It was about maybe.
It was a good 300 feet rope.
Yeah, it was about maybe 200, 250 up. So it's about 200, 250 down.
All right. Well, let's start climbing then. Do you want climb
Alright.
checks or?
Yeah, give me climb or athletics. No, give me. I don't even think climb's a thing.
No,
Yeah,
climb's not a thing.
athletics or acrobatic.
Give me climb.
Athletics?
Athletics.
Yes, athletics. Give me athletics check.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Plus, what is it? $17 for me.
Sorry, young. Okay, you guys make it down without trouble. You feel like you've got maybe 15 minutes left.
Alright, and we're on the ledge. In front of us is the cavern that I think was like another 5 minutes of movement to get to like that area.
Yeah, it'll be about 2, 3, 4 minutes to get into the main area, into the main chamber.
Okay, so we have about 15 minutes left.
You guys got any more ideas?
Just
Besides
looking
what I
straight
have
in.
planned?
It's looking straight in. All that light pollution straight dead ahead.
Yes.
Yep, it's dead ahead.
Okay.
So,
Do you guys have any spells, any ways to make me able to talk better? I don't know if that's such a thing.
my
I could ask the gods to bless your ability.
I don't think. Go ahead.
Give advantage on a roll, but you know.
That'd be great for charisma if that's well. I mean,
Yeah.
for ability to talk, and try to role play without actually using the name.
Yeah, my magic is pretty much attack and defense. There's not exactly a whole lot I could do with magic missile in this case.
All right. If you want me to do that on you, I can.
Yeah,
How long does guidance last for?
it's enhance ability, right?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Wait, is that for checks or save? Oh, it's for checks. Perfect. That's exactly what I'm asking for.
How long does it last for?
Lasts for an hour.
Hour per caster level or just hour?
Hour.
Okay.
All right. Well,
All right. I place my hand upon Parn's forehead and I cast enchantability Eagle's Splendor. You now get advantage on your charisma checks.
all right. Thank you. I feel like I will be able to speak better, which isn't my strong suit, but
Yeah, you're the only one that saw that thing, so that kind of puts us in a difficult situation.
it kind of limits who.
Then let me pray to the gods for guidance for you. You get to add a +2 to that roll to your charisma check. To your next ability roll. So don't use it before then.
Do I get to pick? It's just for mechanical. Do I get to pick when I want to use it, or is it the next one, no matter what?
Guidance?
Yeah.
It's the next roll you do, period.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So.
All right. Well,
So don't make any rolls.
we've killed what? A whole 5 minutes.
We better get going.
You know,
Get in with about 5 to spare.
as much as I fear those decks, and I'm looking at Sarah and Rogar intently now, and if I die, and you get my stuff, my last request of you two, besides don't die yourselves, is to take those decks and drop them into the ocean. Parn pulls his head back and takes the serious look off his face. I kind of wish we had a deck of cards. play a quick game of, poker.
I
or
have a
Go
deck of
Fish
cards.
while-
A regular deck of cards.
Deck of cards too.
Oh, yeah. Let's play a quick game, and then I'll kill like what? We
I
gotta kill
Uh,
5 more minutes.
I don't think we have that much
No,
time.
I don't think so. It would take us about 5 minutes to get in there.
Alright, how much time we got left, Flux?
Give me an intelligence check.
Oh god, that's really gonna ask. Oh, fuck!
How about we just go in? How about we just go in?
No, I've already asked the question. I'm not gonna metagame like that. 15.
Thinking we maybe have 3 minutes left.
So we better
Alright,
get
let's
going.
go. Yeah, we rush in.
Okay, you kind of brace yourselves against the walls and climb into the tiny dark tunnel till you eventually see the light of the main control room.
I'm gonna yell out, "We're here!"
You hear
Oh, I
Aldrin's
don't
voice.
see anything.
Yeah, hold on.
No problem.
Let's see guys where you are. Everything set up. 1 moment. What card am I? Okay, you climb in through the chamber, and you see Ardrin and two other dwarves standing right behind him. You see groups, a large massed crowd of the Myconids, all chained to the ground, with dwarves behind them with large canisters on their backs. Didn't expect you to show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Move to here.
Should we just stay where we are, or should we like put our tokens like more up here?
No, we're coming out of
You
here.
guys.
Oh yeah, through the hole. Right. Okay.
Alright. Nope.
Well, it's good seeing you again, Ardrin. Wish we were under better circumstances.
Hello, not Ardrin.
Cocks his head and squints at you.
I've lived your life. I've seen what happened. And first thing, you are not this, and I'm going to minor illusion up the closest I can to the dwarf I saw. You are not this. This is not you. That was you. You honored your people. You didn't want to be a god. You sought to build, protect, not virtue. Did I see him work with another race besides just dwarfs in that at all?
Thinking back briefly, you actually saw one other race that you actually had no idea what they are. It was a race of very tall, thin, kind of ears like elves, but pointing kind of straight up race. Like you have no idea what that race was.
Were they at war or were they working together?
The dwarves seem to be taking notes from that race.
You have worked with other races in the press, and I'm going to change the image at this point to what I saw, as close as I can remember. You worked with them. In fact, it looked like you learned from them. You don't need to do this. You worked and you made so many impressive and great things. And then 6 seconds has passed. I've got to keep track of 6 seconds as I talk, because I'm trying to make this kind of like a slideshow with what I'm saying, just to fluff this out a bit. You made these impressive golems, and I'm going to flash to the workshop, about a section of it, as close as I can remember, of where I saw him working on them. You made these things. You made them to protect not only the dwarves, but others. You don't need to continue this path. We'll help you if we can. You worked on the spider. You worked on the dragon. I saw it all. then something happened to you. And it's not your fault. And I'm going to change it to an orb. It's an orb half white, half black.
Arjun's face starts to look very angry at that.
It is not your fault that this happened. And that you are an honorable being. Beyond, I think, even you remember fully. I just lived this over the course of a day. It is one of the most blinding, impressive, but scary things I've ever experienced in my 201 years, my short 201 years of life. It's not your fault. And then this is when I'm bracing myself. I'm going to show the image change and split, with the white orb traveling to the sky and the black orb staying. It's not your fault, and I'm going to point to the black orb, that you were left behind. We will do whatever we can to help reunite you. This is not the way. This is not what the man you once were was. You sought to protect all, not just dwarves. You learned from others. I hope you will listen, and you will let us try to help you. With that, I put my hand out for a handshake. I would like to work with you.
My kin were ostracized from their communities, not allowed to keep their ancestral homes, forced from their holds, forced to die in war, in battle. They asked for help, others did not come. Everyone was content to stay where they were. How do you propose I protect my people?
Work with us. The Empire is not our friend. The man you were, I learned from him. I am a traveler. I wandered. I stayed ahead of the Empire over the many years. I never truly got to experience the horrors they can commit. But right now, as I've told you before, there is a dragon threatening the city of Highmore. And the Empire is there. Their envoy is waiting. Is just waiting. They are going to stand on the shores of outside the city. They are going to look at it from on high. If they don't bow down to the Empire, they will let the dragon destroy it. They will take advantage of it. In the God, let me put up my hands. In the west, they took a great fortress. And there, another their avatars have been sitting there tormenting the people around that area. Magic in the area is apparently broken because of it. You could help us if you will let us help you. The past is a terrible burden to wield. And I understand what you say. Let us forge a new path now.
Roger closes his eyes. He sees his eyelids start to flutter.
I seek
Make
not
a
combat.
diplomacy check, Nia.
Okay. Okay. Here we go. There's no diplomacy, so persuasion.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. Well,
And
why
that
I needed it.
ability, that gives you advantage.
Yes.
Yeah, it's on.
It's still a -1 to charisma rolls. 17.
Why did you get advantage?
Because I cast Eagle Splendor.
Oh, you did.
Which-
Okay.
I have advantage on all charisma checks.
Yeah, for like the next 15
Hour.
minutes.
No, we were only in the
45.
cave for like 5 minutes, so next 55 minutes.
He opens his eyes. You're too weak to keep my people strong. He snaps his fingers. Burn them. And I'm going to need everyone to make an initiative check.
All right. I had a feeling it wasn't gonna work. Nice rolls, Zon. 17.
Give me a second to reload.
Out of curiosity, for everyone else, do you not see like the measure tool anymore?
It's changed the circle.
No.
It allows you to snap to center, snap to corner.
Oh, okay.
Okay, good. Still measure tool. Okay.
What? Why didn't it? Okay, there it is. There we are. Oh, nice.
Okay, give me a second. Let me roll for these guys.
About how much time did I buy doing all of that?
With your talking, maybe about a minute or two. Maybe 3.
Was hoping for more, but can't. He was already clearly getting flustered with all the talking. I had another whole couple of things I wanted to do, but I realized I was pushing it.
So in the initiative thing, is it only? Can everyone only see Sarah's picture?
No, I see everybody's.
Yeah, I
Alright,
do.
let me just quickly refresh the page then. Maybe it's just some hiccup on my end.
So I know you're busy rolling initiatives. What exactly does it look like the guys with the tanks are holding? Is there a nozzle? What is it?
They seem to have a tank connected by a small tube to a kind of weird, like, lance that ends in a point, but it seems to have a small kind of hole on the bottom of the lance.
Classic flamethrower.
Also, before we move, shouldn't you guys be in a line just inside the tunnel?
Right.
Our was focused on you. They could have been moving around.
Oh, that's weird. When I tried refreshing, it put me into a different game. Give me a second.
It did that to me too. It put me in Materna.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Sarah, you could move around the room if you want.
Oh no, not anymore.
Oh, before initiative, we could have.
Yeah, no, not anymore.
Well, then you guys should be right here in the hole.
No, they will move around before initiative.
Oh, okay. All right, that whole area doesn't mean that they're in the tunnel. It just means they're in the bowl.
Yeah, basically, like, this is an area that's, like, a level below where you're on.
Fair enough. Really have used Sovik for this part. Not gonna lie.
Wait, already?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Sarah, what's your dex check?
Dex check.
Yeah, what's your dex?
Mine is. It's a flat 0.
So, hydrogen's first. So, Parn, for a second, you feel your stomach start to pull into yourself. You remember this feeling. Feel the world start to shift, and then you immediately stop. As Arjun's eye looks to the side, and then he immediately disappears under the ground. And from a distance, you hear a large explosion sound.
Like, from like a distance, like, what it sound like?
From up through the hallway, you hear a large explosion sound off in the distance, further into the city.
I hope to God that's the old man.
I hope not, because then. Alright, whatever.
Hey, maybe it was his plan.
Now your turn, Sarah.
All right. I raise out my hands up to the sky and I call for my God to bless me with hope. So Parn and Rogar, and I believe every single Mycadin in my range, because they're all within 30 feet of me, because I can target up to as many creatures as I will. For the duration, which is up to 1 minute, each target has advantage on Wisdom and Death saving throws, and when they are healed by any sort of healing magic, they regain maximum number of hit points.
So by regaining maximum number of hit points, it could be like it's say 1 HP, but as soon as they get any...
You can run the store, and I can heal you for 1 point, and you'll be up to full.
Ah!
Wait, hold on. Wait, no, hold on. What spell are we casting?
Of hope.
Sorry, what?
Give me a moment.
Called Hope?
Because normally in D&D, that spell means you get the maximum you could have rolled, not they get the maximum hit points back.
Yeah, it's what Flux said. It's maximum possible healing points from any healing. So if you did...
Yeah, maximum number of hit points possible from melee healings. Yeah, so I heal you for much higher.
Okay, what's the spell?
Sorry, it's called a Beacon of Hope.
Yeah, I just looked it up.
Yeah, sorry, someone just came in and I wasn't reading what it was saying.
So if you rolled a 1d8, they'd automatically get 8 back.
Yeah.
Okay. It isn't a roll of 1d8, you heal 50.
And Sovik's here.
Stomach!
Hello, buddy.
So, I just now realized the message from Sam this morning that said, "Are we playing tomorrow?" replied to with yes, was at midnight.
Sorry.
So I was like, "Oh, we're playing on a Monday, okay."
It's cool.
Are you really this stupid? I gotta ask.
Yeah, I guess I am.
Okay, I'm accepting the apology. That was a good hearty laugh.
I was getting all set up, like, I'm gonna play some Hearts of Iron, we'll go watch some YouTube with my wife. Oh, why do I have a random Steam message? Why is that from Flux? Who messaged me on Steam? Are you there? 718. Oh, fuck.
Alright, so... and
Alright,
also, Sigvaldi is also in this casting spell. Off.
I request from Flux, can we say Sigvaldi's just been with us this whole time?
Sigvaldi's just been the giant quiet man in the back, no one's noticed.
Okay.
Quick rundown.
Quick thing. Sigvaldi would have come. Arwen, however, has made it insistent he wanted to go with Albrecht to go save his family.
That's fine.
Okay.
Is that okay, Sigvaldi? Or would you have gone with
I think I'm with the boy.
Oh, okay. Then he's not here with us.
I think he needs backstory first before he makes his choice. Do you know what's happened recently?
I don't, but if it involves the boy, Sigvaldi's there for him.
Okay. Well, Sivaldi's not here then.
Fuck. Okay.
Also, my laptop, so I'm having to like quickly be like, okay, I gotta find the books, I gotta download them because I don't have them on my laptop, and I don't want to leave where it's cool in my apartment.
Fair enough. Just... Alright, well, we'll figure it out later.
Okay, was that your turn, Sarah? You beacon of hope to everyone?
Yep.
Okay. The stone guard's turn. He enlarges.
Not again. Karn just sees us and goes, ah.
He's got non-flashbacks.
And then one of the dwarves with the tank on their back goes,
Which one?
this one.
Yeah, you just highlight over the turn order and it'll highlight which one.
Okay.
Okay, so from his lance comes out a large gout of fire, and the Myconids try to dodge the fire.
Does it come out as like a line or a cone?
Comes out as a cone. They do not dodge the fire. Okay. Second.
That beacon of hope might just save their asses.
No.
Don't. It's not perfect.
So how long does beacon last?
Saving throws. That's about it. 6 rounds. A minute is 6 rounds of combat.
No, wouldn't it be 10 runs? Be a minute?
Oh, you're right. I'm wrong. 10 rounds.
We're on the low ground. He has the high ground. Does that make a
You are.
difference?
It goes right over your heads.
What's the range on this thing?
They don't even get death saving throws?
Myconids, not with the lance of fire, well, not with fire. The small Myconids immediately burn up. Rogar, you see the soul pollution start to lose a little bits from it, and they all actually don't fly up. They fly into the little crystals you saw on the legs.
Oh dear. Death fuels this thing.
It's your turn, Karn.
Alright, for the record, what I am attacking is not the creature, I am attacking the tank. And I will... Let's see, how does this work? What is it to actually do this?
Well, first understand you're gonna get an AOO if you move out of the threat range.
I know. Oh, there it is. Disengage. Fuck it. I will spend a single key point to disengage. And where is it? Oh, I'm on the wrong tool. I will move here. Well, no, I move to here. Behind him. And then I will take 2...
Wait, hold on. What's it? I think I actually did that wrong. I think I did my 15-foot cone wrong.
Yeah, you did 30.
Yeah, that was 30 feet.
Yeah. I was wondering why it was so big when you said 15 earlier.
Yeah, this is 15 feet.
Love that sloppy placement. You're like, oops, I fucked up. You know, you don't have to. I'm just making a joke. Oh, God.
Okay. You teleport over there, Parn?
Yeah, I go to there, and I am taking both sword swings into the tank.
Okay. Make your
Now,
attack roll.
This is going
The-
to be painful.
I need, the tank is considered an object, right?
Yes, but it's considered an object attached to a person.
It
Yes.
doesn't matter as long as it's an object. So. Ah, fuck me!
You missed the tank.
Ah, god damn it.
The dwarf,
Wait.
even in his clunky armor, kind of jostles to the side.
Some fucking out.
Parn's lack of depth perception is truly startling.
Fuck it. Barnes desperate. He's gonna burn a key point to do 2 flurry of blows with his fists against the tank. He's gonna try and stop it from going off with whatever he can. So that's down 2 key points. 18 and 9.
The 18 hits. Do your damage.
This doesn't crit because it's not the sword, it's a fist. 7 points of damage to the tank. Can I say I try to hit around where the hose is coming out of the tank?
You would have had to announce that beforehand.
Fair
You
enough.
announced you were hitting the tank. So
Fair
you
enough.
see some cracks form on the tank, but it still holds.
I'm gonna yell out before I end my turn. Take out the tanks! And then that's my turn.
Question. Flux, not to be like that guy, but technically the Mycadid that was right here would have lived, since the cone at that point would have been only this distance here. It'd be like 1, 3, 5.
It's the square in front where it starts, dude.
Oh,
Flux is right. It's not in your square, or then everyone who does a cone attack would hurt themselves.
okay. Never mind.
So it's the second flame dwarfs. His torch lights, and he shoots out a cone of fire. Like, take their roll.
For some reason, they succeed. It'd be pretty hard to do.
No, we don't.
I imagine even then they'd be taking disadvantage on dodging.
So another group of Myconids. Souls go away. Actually, sorry, there wasn't a big one up there that time. Their souls go away, and you see them go into the crystals. You know that the crystals are starting to form connections further down the legs. What was once connected through black soul, through black energy, is now connected through the soul pollution.
So it's basically like it's getting lighter. Or
No, the legs were not moving. They were not connected by anything. When the legs were initially moving, they were connected by a kind of black energy. That black energy is now instead the soul pollution going down the legs.
oh god. I get it now. Death literally fuels this thing.
Oh, what the fuck?
Hmm?
Okay. Fucking juke mistress this time.
What?
The Mycadids live!
That's an 18 and a 19 for a roll of disadvantage against the flamethrower. So let's roll the damage and take half. Okay. The myconids up here are alive. They are in excruciating pain as the gout of fire goes over and starts to burn them, but they still seem to be conscious. Their bodies haven't given up yet. See how the dwarf's turn? Drogar's turn. He also grows large. It's your turn, Drogar.
Alright, question. To get out of this pit here, so right here, would I have to make like a climb check or something?
Athletics check or acrobatics for me.
Okay, and if I make that, that would count as my standard action, thus I wouldn't... Actually,
It
you know
depends on how good your check is, but...
okay. In that case, just in case... Oh yeah, I can declare action surge whenever I want. Alright. Initially, I'll move down here. Yeah, that close when I reloaded this. Action, I'm going to use my athletics check to climb it.
Okay, yeah, you just kind of hop right up. It takes five of your movement points. Or 5 feet of movement, but you're now up.
30. At my position, can I even make an attempt at hitting the tank, or no?
No, you're in front of him.
Well,
Well, if you drop him, he can't use fire anymore.
I'll just go and start I'll go after the bad guy.
I want to coup so hard right now.
Attack 2. Action point.
Okay, your first two slashes smash into the armor, but it doesn't make any headway to actually arming the dwarf. Your last one, however, gets through a small chink in the armor and goes right through, slashing into the man.
Come on, 8 damage. Wow.
Okay. See a bit of blood come out of the hole.
Yeah, definitely could have gone better. And, yeah, that is it.
I suddenly wish I was level 7, so I had evasion.
The dwarf in front of you, Parn, seems to take no notice of you and lights up his torch to fire at the mic.
I kinda hope he sets himself on fire then.
Somehow I think if he does that, you're gonna get burned.
Oh, I know, but I kinda hope he does. If it's got cracks and leaking a little bit. No.
It isn't leaking. It has some cracks, but it doesn't start leaking. The myconids get covered in the gout of flame. By the time the flame's gone, there's just charred ash there. Their souls go into the crystals.
Where are the crystals?
They're little crystals dotting down the legs. Remember, you guys saw one when you came in on top of the legs.
Yep, so one crystal is here.
Yeah, little kind of diamond crystals. They were filled with a dark energy before.
Do I see one of the bigger crystals near me or no? Because I remember where there was a big one that Sigwali slag.
You have to actually be in the tunnel to see it.
Okay.
It's now your turn, Sarah.
Oh boy. This is not going well. Can I kind of tell what weaponry the up to Drogar are wielding? What do they have on them, or no?
They have a shield and a large hammer.
Okay. No point saving this for later. Okay. I am gonna I'm gonna unleash my Radiant Soul, and I'm going to ascend. How high is the ceiling?
The ceiling's maybe from where you are. Let's say about 40 feet up.
Okay. I'll send about 35 feet up. Because, okay, that's
Okay,
standard.
so from where you are, that would put you about 30 feet from the north. I'll put you 35 feet from where you are, but 30 feet from the normal ground that everyone else is on.
Okay.
Okay.
And
At the very least,
Life-
they don't got
My
range.
life for a 2D role-playing system actually lets you do vertical.
yeah, it's
Super
weird.
nice.
Okay, we'll use this random third slot. There we go.
Random third, what?
The thing has like 3 gauges,
Oh, okay.
numbers in. I'm putting.
Oh yeah, the
30
red,
feet
green, the RGB thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Then looking to the dwarf flamethrower that Rogar just injured, I'm going to do Toll the Dead. He needs to make a Wisdom save of 14, or he will take 13 necrotic damage, and because of my Radiant Soul, an additional.
That's a 1.
So it fails. He takes 13 necrotic damage and 6 radiant damage from my Radiant Soul.
So 19 total damage.
Yep.
Okay. The dwarf just drops to the ground dead. His nose starting to leak out blood.
Thank you, Jesus.
He clatters to the ground, but I mean, he's still. Frankly, the dude's at still about 45%. Is still at a 45-degree angle because of the amount of stuff on his back.
Yeah, he's like slumped.
If he wasn't dead, he'd be kind of reclining.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can picture exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Anything else, Sarah?
I think that's about all I can do. But I just yell for the dwarves to lay down their arms or suffer righteous fury. For their god has abandoned them. And that will be it.
Okay. It is now the big dwarf's turn, and he lumbers over. Does a 20 hit you, Parn?
Yes.
Okay. He lumbers over, and you are smashed against the wall as the dwarf hammers right into you. You take 11 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Thank God it's not that other guy.
It's now your turn.
All right. 1 second. See. Far away am I? I already measured. Never mind. I'll take 2 more slashes at the back of this guy. I'm not worried about the big stone guy right now. I'm worried about taking out the flamethrowers. And that's the message. That's my attack. Can roll higher than a freaking 10 this time.
Flux said I am flip.com.
16 and 11.
The 16 hits.
All right. See this. I've been doing this wrong. It's 8 when I use the sword, plus 8. Still wouldn't have mattered, but that's a 17 and a 12.
Yeah, your first rolls would not have mattered.
That's 1d6. 4 plus 5. That's 9 damage to the tank with a good slash through it.
Okay. I need you to make a dex check, Parn.
Go. Did I get advantage on dex saves from Beacon of
No.
Hope?
No, just wisdom.
Wisdom and charisma.
You can will yourself to avoid it, but I don't know.
I don't think you can disbelieve the explosion that's about to happen.
It's just in your mind.
25.
Okay, well, yeah, you get out of the way as a splash of what you assume is a flammable liquid comes out from the case holding what you assume is flammable liquids. It's now on the floor, but none of it got on you, and it's starting to leak. It's leaking profusely out of the dwarf's canister.
Alright, I will then, as my bonus action, because I haven't done one yet, I will get to move full movement, right? I will take the disengage action. And
You already attacked with your action, bud.
no, disengage action with a key point.
Okay, gotcha.
Also,
I'm
also-
trying to see which one I should take.
Neo, could you also set that so it's snap-on center, because that's really disorienting seeing it on the edges like that.
Alright, snap up center 5.
Oh, hey! There's actually a status effect for this completely out of character and, pretty unique situation. There's nothing for stun, but we have something for something leaking.
Yep.
Stupid roll 20.
Alright,
Yeah.
I will take the op attacks instead, and I will use a key point, use the dash action. I am moving to here.
Okay,
So how many ops would that be?
that's gonna be 2.
2.
It's gonna be 1 as he leaps over the flamethrower guy, and another one from the giant Durgar as he leaps over the flamethrower guy, and one from the flamethrower guy as he runs away from it.
Oh, if the flamethrower guy does that,
Does 11 hit you, Parn?
Nope.
Does 17 hit you?
No.
Okay. So then the hammer, you duck right under the hammer, and as you're running away, you feel the heat of the superheated lance that the dwarf is holding almost reach you, but it doesn't get you. Actually, wait. No, no, yeah, roll twice. Okay, no, you're good. I was about to say, technically he's a disadvantage when people are close, but he has reach, so he actually would have only done it when you were too far away from him. So, no, you're good.
Alright.
So as you run over the pit, and then leap up, and I guess, how do you want to move through those myconids?
are you trying to crowd surf them?
You're gonna move through the myconids, but I need to question how you're moving through this burn ward. Are you hopping on the burn ward patient?
I will risk falling on my face because I will still have enough movement to get up and still get to where I want to be, and I will acrobatics to go over them.
Okay, give me an acrobatics check.
Because
I was like, your options are hopping over or shoving your way through a burn ward, but
Because
you-
I currently have 50 movement speed, so even if I fall on my face, I'll still have enough to get to where I want to go at 100 for the dash action. And I rolled a 10. Which, wait, I think I have something for this. I gotta open the book. I apologize. I know I shouldn't. I should have it ready. I'm pretty sure when I make jump acrobatics checks, I get to travel further than normal as a monk. Handbook. I
What is your
Apologize.
order?
Order of the Shadows. It's a normal monk power, from what I saw.
Shadow Step. No.
Step and your jump distance is doubled for your turn. So since I used a Step of the Wind power, my jump distance is doubled for the turn. So that's 10 feet that they take. I didn't even have to make an acrobatics check. Just doing a normal running jump, I would have cleared them. I think. Isn't it 5 feet for a normal jump?
Yeah,
What's your strength modifier?
+1.
No, you actually have a high jump of 8 with that effect.
Okay, I rolled a 10, so the last 2 feet I don't step on a Mycodon.
Okay, sure. This is mostly just fluff. Sure, you're good.
I have not used Step of the Wind very often, so I'm sorry I'm not familiar with it.
No problem. Is that your turn? You have anything?
Unfortunately, as I about to watch Mycodons burn, I can't attack again because I already used my bonus action to do that. So yes, that's my turn.
The dwarf bellow's turn. He does not get back his fire spray. So he actually moves up. And stabs at you with his fire.
So just stab.
Probably hits.
Well, you never know.
Does a 12 hit you?
Nope.
Okay, no, you dodge out of the way as the fire lance. Again, you feel the sensitive feeling of fire as it comes right at you. Okay, that's dwarf's turn. It's 2 ones in a row. He also does not get back his fire lance.
Oh, so he has to like reload each turn?
Yes, it's like a dragon's breath. They have to recharge.
They could do it every turn. That would be
I mean, if they get lucky, they can do it every.
terrifying.
I mean, if they can get lucky, they can do it every turn. But they have to roll, and if they get a set amount of die, they recharge. So he
And you said he rolled 2 1s.
turns invisible.
Dick!
You hear the pitter patter of dwarf feet.
And then you hear a clunk and you hear him say, "I've fallen and I can't get up.
Help, guys! I'm stuck.
Falling down." And it's like years later, it's like, "Guys, hello."
I'm curious. Is there like a spill area on that other side of flammable fluid?
We'll see how it goes after his turn.
Like, is it like under their feet? I'm curious.
Currently, some spill about here. We'll have to see as they start moving around.
Alright.
Why did I have to be a copper dragonborn? If I was a red dragonborn, I could light that on fire.
So it's the
Oh, well.
other giant dwarf's turn. And I rarely have a chance at this, but hold on. Should need to do a quick time shift, quick sound shift.
Oh god.
Please be the gnomes. Please be the gnomes.
I don't think so.
Oh, that's got a lot more leader than I remember. Fuck it. Okay, no. I was gonna play I Believe I Can Fly as the giant Durgar starts smashing his way over and leaps to try to swat Sarah out of the air. But I believe I Can Fly has a lot more fucking lead up time than you are assumed to know from Space Jam.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Where were we? We were at Still Father Him? Yeah.
he's about to try to jump and swat Sarah out
Yes.
of the air.
I'm rolling on the jam. And welcome to the jam.
Why everybody gotta bring me down?
I mean, you'd think you'd learn not to stay in one. It's just not fly straight up after the wyvern thing.
It's because I'm white, isn't it?
Yes!
That's an 18. As he leaps.
He has to clear. How much?
think
No,
he
I gotta do
misses.
this. How much? He's got to clear. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
I think it's...
He's high enough he can kind of reach enough.
The 17 hit you, Sarah.
Oh, a what?
17.
No.
Okay, now hold on. I need to. Okay, so.
No, too late. You already did it.
Okay, no. Yeah, but I need to. This is weird. Okay. I need you to make a dex roll, Sarah.
Oh shit. Well then.
So. He hits you. It doesn't do enough to do damage, but you're not dexterous to actually stay in the air from it. So it actually smashes you down to about here.
Like, am I on the floor?
Yeah. You're not harmed, but you kind of got batted down.
So kind of like, just got like the wind knocked out of you, essentially.
Yeah, as we do an acrobatics check to see if dwarves that are not notorious for their jumping lands.
And pro.
What's the actual roll for safe landing? You must succeed a DC 10. Nope!
How much damage?
What?
She was 20 feet in the air. It's 1d6
I was
for
I was
every.
30 feet in the air.
You were 30
Oh.
feet in the air, and it's what? 10 feet? That's 4d6 fall damage?
You only take fall damage for your jumps.
Yes, actually, you do,
No.
if you fall far enough.
Yeah. You don't take fall damage from jumps you can essentially make. You may not land on your feet, but you're not gonna hurt yourself.
Okay.
He's still landing on the fucking Spanish announcer's table.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
look.
still falling down.
No, he's falling and he fell prone. He didn't make it. But you don't, if you high jump, you're not hurting yourself from the amount you already jump.
The
That's
difference is he was high jumping from a higher area.
Yeah, from like 5
Fell
feet.
into
It's
a
about
pit,
5 feet.
So he
Yeah,
takes
it's like-
damage.
It's like 5 feet, dude. The guy's
Ah.
okay. He's a hardy dwarf. Not made for airborne combat. But sometimes
Wanted to see him knock himself out. Come on.
he doesn't have nearly that low of hit point. So now your turn, Rogar. Sarah just got batted down right next to you.
Okay. If I wanted to like undo the chains on the Mycadid here, like with my sword, like cut the chains, would that constitute like a standard action, or would that be like my full-time turn?
That'd be a standard action to cut.
All right, I'm going to cut the chains on this guy.
Chains are an object, so it's
Yes.
different.
Yes.
Take your attack roll. And you slice right through it.
All right, so he's free. Crispy, I'm guessing.
Yeah, no, he's free, but he's crispy.
Okay. Free action. Big guy. Help your friends down here. Help rip their chains. And I'm never mind. That's really all I can do. I used the action surge earlier. So what else do I want to do? Oh yeah, another free. Oh yeah,
I
free.
like how
Also free action is speaking again. The crystals. They are powering this thing. Death fuels this thing.
Alright.
So,
Doesn't stop what we have to do.
true. But still, just heads up. Thought you should know.
6 seconds.
Yep, and I'm going to...
6 seconds in a round. You cannot say all that.
You get about a sentence of free action, and then that's it.
Right, that was attack 1. I move here. Attack... Oh, I can't?
No.
Yes,
You-
actually, I looked it up. You can attack, move, and then attack again. It's in the raw rules.
Okay, Flux. Can I?
Give me a second.
Whatever the rules say, I'll go with whatever Flux says.
Okay, yeah. You can break up movement on your turn. You can use some of your speed before attack, before your action, and then you continue the rest. And you can split up your attacks in between that. Okay, yeah, no, you're good.
Okay, so then go up here and attack the dwarf.
Okay. That hits him.
12 slashing damage on this guy.
Okay. Need to figure out how much I wanted to apply the tank damage to the guy and whatnot. Okay, he's still good, but he spins around, flinging. He spins around to face you, flinging more of the liquid around.
Uh-oh. Should I make a dex check to
Actually,
try and
good.
avoid that?
Hopefully.
Yeah, make a dex check to try to avoid that.
Well, actually, he was facing. Never mind.
Does a 14?
Yeah. Kind of back up as it splashes on the ground beneath your feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck, was that guy. I miscalculated. I thought it was the other guy's turn next.
Nope.
I'm
Facing you. And, you know that pilot light start up again. I'm gonna need a dex check from you, bud.
Sadly, those are probably my only good rolls for dex this night.
Poor Dragonborn.
Take 9 damage.
Alright, 9 damage. Like, any additional stuff like lingering, or just 9 damage?
9 damage. However, your friend behind you, just freed, did not have that many hit points left.
Damn it!
You see behind you, well, actually, you don't see Sarah, however, sees the flames go past Rogar and burn up the rest of the large myconid behemoth.
Jesus.
really don't have as much hit points as I remembered.
I think it's because they have a weakness to fire.
Maybe.
You guys weren't using fire when you fought him last time.
Yeah.
Actually, in fact, no one really fought him. Sarah saw them fight. Sarah saw them beat the shit out of previous Durgar, so maybe there's a bit of a hatred here.
Yeah, like if these Myconids were free, this would be an entirely different fight.
These little guys were free. Oh god, how they swarm. Your turn, Sarah.
Alright. Is it a free action to take a swig?
Yeah, let's say yeah, sure.
Alright. I take a swig of ale. Let's stare at the Draugr that is on the ground, and I go flying towards him.
Oh boy.
Didn't I bash you down?
And I class 3rd level inflict wound. Oh, that did nothing.
Unfortunately, there is no such thing as touch AC in the game.
That does not hit him. Yeah, no, because you rolled second for the advantage. That does not hit him.
Yeah, no. Okay, that's my turn. I can't do anything else.
The big it's the big.
Yeah, the big guy's here's the guy here's turn.
Yeah. Hold on a second though.
I have a funny idea what is about to happen.
Yeah, give me a second.
From the direction of where a tank would be on something.
Oh god. Is he gonna try and Kalukale that guy?
Okay. So, none of you speak Dwarvish, do you?
No.
No.
Okay. So you hear something muttered by the big guy. You hear a short questionary response from the guy leaking stuff, and you hear an affirmative response from the dwarf over here. And the large dwarf drops his shield. And that's his turn.
Uh-oh.
Yay.
I have a very bad feeling about that.
Harn's going to move forward one. Going to get into his melee and he's aiming one for the nozzle end of what he's holding. Try to start
Like,
doing
are you aiming at the hose or the lance?
Alright, how exactly is this set up for the tank and thing?
A horizontal tank on the back that at the bottom kind of has a feed that loops down into the lance.
Okay, is it connected by a tube I can see, or is it like?
Yes, it's connected by kind of a shield covered tube.
Okay, I'm gonna try and cut the tube, and then the next one, and then just see how it goes for the first strike. 25 to hit.
Roll at disadvantage because you're not actually on the side of the tube with the stuff behind him.
He was pointing at me. Yes, I am.
No, the one that was.
Yes.
What's facing you is the lance.
Yeah, he moved up towards me with the lance.
Yes, yeah, what's facing you, the stuff, the tube and the stuff, and the tank.
The tube would connect into the back of the lance, right?
Yes.
I could reach that.
Okay. This is essentially a college shot to where the guy's holding the blade. You're not trying to attack him. You're trying to essentially attack the pommel of his blade. That's
fine.
That's a disadvantage, dude.
See, and I'm not fucking gonna make it. Whatever. I disagree, but you're the DM. Alright. And then I guess I take a shot for his head, and I roll the exact same thing. Fucking, I can't. Why can't I fucking roll anything higher than a. Annoying. So annoying. What else can I fucking do? Is it an action to do that, or is it a bonus action? Where the fuck is it? Okay, that's the key strike. No, it should be right here. It should tell me. On my sheet. It just says spend. No, I guess it's an action. I'll spend a key point and use patient defense, I guess.
Okay.
Can't seem to do anything.
It's the other dwarf's turn. You note that pilot lights start up, and you hear an affirmative from that dwarf, and you can't see it from where you are behind the magnet behemoth. But Rogar, you see the large dwarf scoop up his friend. And we're gonna make a throwing attack roll.
Oh boy.
What?
That's a crit. Okay.
What?
So, like a... Yeah, okay. So, like a majestic spinning football, this dwarf sails over into the air over here. Bring it to front. Yeah, front. And in the air is met by a blast of flame from his friend on this side. Well, I wouldn't call him friend after this.
But
Jesus.
he already attacked me. You're
No.
getting 3 people not on their turn to do 1 attack. I call bullshit.
What?
Yes, you have to have that guy throw it, then you have that guy.
Yes.
Ready-
This guy had a ready action. You know, he actually did nothing on his turn other than speak.
Oh, he dropped his shield. That's an action.
That's
Yeah,
a
that was
free
on
action.
a free action.
It's a free action to interact.
Fine.
This one actually hasn't done anything this turn other than respond, initiating the ready action on this guy's part, which was
this
to
is
pick up and throw his friend who's been leaking fuel and has a little bit of fuel left in a slightly contained canister. These dwarves were given the objective of burn.
This is gonna hurt everyone in the area, isn't it? Oh. I'm
need-
trying to imagine
need-
how we could have saved any of these guys.
I need Parn to make a... Oh, he's about here. Yeah. I need Parn to make a dex check. I need... Yeah, you're not getting protected by being on below, Sarah. I need Sarah to make a dex check. I need Dwarf to make a dex check. I need the Pro Draugr to make a dex check. And you hear a little bit of scream of flame from something you can't see, but obviously could not get out of the way with his invisible move speed. Oh god!
21.
Shit went through my... Wow, okay. So not brain trust dwarfs. Okay, none of them succeeded.
I imagine no. What the mic did. Boss and dodge again, or
Yes, you didn't succeed. Mike and Mids did not succeed.
yeah, no.
This is gonna be the scene in all those movies where an explosion goes off and then Parn just pops out of the rubble and goes, "What happened?"
Sarah takes 16 points of damage. Parn take 8.
The fuck was I on?
He's gone. That fucker's gone. Actually, these guys were already burnt. Nope.
Even if they succeeded the will, I don't think they would have made it.
Yeah, the Myconids are gone. Their souls go into the crystals. The dwarf is definitely not in the air anymore. Wherever he is not anywhere in particular anymore. He's in multiple spots.
What about any of the other dwarves? They get taken out too?
They all of them got covered in the flame, and they seem horribly burnt. They're not dead yet.
Okay.
And that was Blood Bowl tossing a teammate to another teammate, but dwarf style.
Sarah, she sent is like, I gotta write this down.
Okay.
Well, look at it this way. Theoretically, we might be able to save these guys down here.
All of a sudden, the ceiling caves in and crushes all of them.
And not gonna lie, it feels that way right now.
You see a pretty badly singed Durgar appear.
So, yeah, I want to ask a question. I really do. Does invisibility act on the skin? Because I want to see if this was an Invisible Man type deal where he gets his fucking skin burned up and he should have peeled up there.
No, it's an innate. Durgar have a weird gland in them that gives them invisibility.
Yes.
And a weird enlarge and invisible
Fine.
gland. Which sounds silly, but now that I think about it, it's illithid increased, so probably yes. Probably is a gland.
So you're saying that in theory all dwarves have this gland,
No.
but the Draugr have been experimented on and it's been grown.
Yeah. The Draugr, it's been mutated into them.
I honestly don't think we could have saved any of these guys at this rate.
No.
No, this feels like it was yeah, no, I don't think we could have.
And his pilot light doesn't start.
Really?
He looks around a bit sheepishly. And just stabs a mic in it.
Fucking dick.
What a dick!
Now, how are they chained? Are they like in one giant chain, or are they individually
Each
chained?
one's kind of individually chained to the ground with a chain that runs around their arms and legs. And there's a loop on the ground that they're kind of locked to.
So could you cut one chain and they could all be freed?
You could cut one chain in each one, and one would be free.
Yeah.
And that you dumb motherfucker. That doesn't hit the mic.
Yeah, the Myconid just does like a Matrix dodge.
You hear a grumble from this Durgar that is responded in affirmative by this Durgar. Maybe something along the lines of, we should have thrown him instead. It's the big Durgar's turn. He stumbles to his feet. Fee, fi, fo, fum.
Speaking of, are you flying currently, Sarah, or no?
She touched him last turn.
Oh yeah, she touched down last turn, okay.
No, well, she didn't touch down, but she touched him, so she is in range of him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does a 16 hit you?
Nope.
Make a dex check again. Okay, you stay airborne. It's your turn, Rogar.
Alright. Looking at the guy in front of me, how does he look? Like, battered, or not really?
No, he hasn't been touched.
Taken any damage, yeah.
Rogar, however, you see something weird happening. You see small little bits starting to trail off from his soul, heading kind of up into the east.
Interesting.
His soul's still there, but it seems to be kind of, imagine it like burning away and ashes flying off.
Yeah. Free action, looking at the other big dwarf. Is it like that as well?
Yes, all the other dwarfs, their souls seem to be going the same way.
Guys, I think...
It's not happening to the Myconids. It's not happening to anyone else in the party.
Alright.
Is it happening to the small ones, too?
Yes.
Yep. Okay, so what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to rush down here 30 feet, and I'm going to undo the chains on this guy. And his final free action, big guy, help your friends.
Make your attack roll.
Oh yeah, keep forgetting that.
You think D&D is a game where you can just slice through something? No, you need a chance to fuck it up badly.
Or in this case, on every time he's fucking attacked the chain.
I mean, he has a +9. He literally would have... No, he actually can't miss the chains. Unless he crit failed, he cannot miss the chains. You slice through the chains. Big guy's up.
Oh, brother. Save your friends.
Oh my god, Rogar, they can't hear us. They can't speak. Remember? Spores.
You don't have the connection to him, by the way. You remember that, but he does seem annoyed.
My hope is he at least takes me freeing him is a good sign. And that's my turn.
Sarah, it's your turn.
Does a 10 hit?
Does not.
Alright. Not much more I can do. It's like, I'm gonna retreat. I guess I'll take an op attack. I'm gonna retreat.
A lot of damage.
And in the air.
Wow. Yeah.
Hmm?
Does that 25 hit you?
That hits.
We just can't seem to hit anything.
Take a 14 as the hammer smashes you.
14.
Yep.
Okay.
Now the big Durgar's turn. He starts to lumber over and then falls short here. Kind of falls to the ground.
Hmm.
If you look around, you know the other Durgar do the same.
All the other ones do the same?
Yes. As Rogar, you actually see their souls leave them and go the same way their little lashes were going.
Mhm.
The hell's going on?
I think they're dead.
And with that,
Free the
Right.
Myconids,
Yeah,
and then
okay.
we gotta head. Alright, and that's the last thing I was gonna say.
okay, you guys cut the Myconids free.
Yep.
And then we head it. Yeah. Do-do-do-do-do.
Okay, you guys run out. You run up to the stair, past the stairs.
Oh, quick question. Who had
Actually,
the Sorry to interrupt you. Quick question. Who had the connection with the Myconids, or was that just like a one-time thing back then?
None of us have it right now.
Okay, never mind.
You actually run past what appeared to be a golem guarding the entrance. Possibly a secondary defense put there by Ardren, but it is also has nothing inside of it and seems completely inert. And with that, we're actually going to cut over to Sigvaldi.
So you
Nice.
finally get to do something?
I think
So
we
we
did
do there.
awesome.
So, Vec?
Sylvic.
Hello.
Are you there? It's your turn.
Oh, fuck. Where did I show up?
Well, we're cutting over to you.
Oh, okay. What's going on?
You headed off with Albric after they applied the oils to the weapons, and Albric started to head off to the marketplace to free the rest of the enslaved people. Tarwin wanted to go with them, so you went with Tarwin to help them.
Okay.
Okay, so you get to the marketplace. You see dwarves are guarding the entrance, and then there's a meal. Okay, hold on one second. Let me form thoughts so I'm not just stuttering. Okay, so you arrive at the marketplace. There's the traditional dwarves that you saw there guarding it. Ardren puts his hand to the ground and actually forms a prison around the dwarves, entrapping them. And he motions to you for you to fall in as you guys run into the prison.
Okay, I shall do so.
Okay, you find yourselves inside the prison, where there's more dwarves. And Ardren yells at you, "Take them out! We're gonna open the gates!" As he starts actually slashing his sword through the rest of the prison gates.
Okay, I shall do so.
Make attack rolls against him. Oh, we're doing this all theater of mind. I did. Okay. Okay, that hits. Do your damage.
Okay. You need to roll again?
No, that's actually enough to take out a base level Durgar, at least. Base level Durgar, basic shit. Okay, you actually, are you doing lethal, non-lethal? How are you doing it?
At any point did Albert tell me not to go lethal?
Albert just said take him out.
Okay, then I am not holding back.
Okay. You just chop those fucking doors down as the way they stand. Large wounds on the chest as they fall out bleeding. As Albrecht cuts open the rest of the gates, and you actually see the groups start to come out. You see the old gnome that was there before kind of get to his feet and kind of hobble his way out. You note one of the guards dropped a bag. A leather bag that looks familiar to you.
I'm gonna pick up the bag and open it.
Okay. There's nothing in the bag. It's just darkness.
Yeah, I'm gonna tip it over and start trying to see if there's anything in there.
Okay.
All right. Can I say something for record?
You would have known this is Parn's bag of holding.
Okay. You didn't specifically state. I knew it was just you just said it looks familiar. This looks familiar. Shake, shake, shake.
Yeah,
What is it?
that's what I was gonna say. Yes, since you would have been with us, you would have known that got stolen, and Parn's been salty about it.
It's Parn's bag of holding. Please don't tip it over. There's a lot of shit in there.
Yeah, I don't want to have to dictate how everything that falls out of that.
Well, that's how the explosion happened.
I have an entire separate text file just for that bag of holding because I ran out of room on the sheet.
Part of me was hoping that Flux wouldn't have corrected me because I totally would have just taken only things Sigvaldi found interesting and left everything else there.
Okay.
You know, Tarwin, two other deep gnomes actually come out of the crowd and start talking to Tarwin.
I kind of make my way over, see what's going on.
Happy, thank you. Parents.
I'm glad you found them. And I kind of nod, smiling.
The deep gnomes kind of. Deep gnomes are reserved, but you just saved their son. And the deep gnomes hug you. They only make it up to about your like thigh, but they hug you.
Oh no, Sigvaldi with that just like lifts them up into like a full manly bear hug.
That's a bit much for them, but they continue to hug you. But see, they're now body languages. This is a bit awkward.
It was one of those quick like manly anime. I was like, you're welcome, and set them down.
I, as now a viewer, have a request for this scene.
Oh yeah. Oh no, we are crash cutting immediately back to all the burning death.
No. I'm requesting. Did the parents react to the fact that the boy has a lethal weapon? Now,
Probably no. Which he seems comfortable holding.
You know, they're just fucking happy their son's back, dude.
Fair enough.
It's cool to attack a chaotic good. He won't use it for evil.
Fair enough. I just wanted to know that reaction. Sorry. Go ahead.
The dwarves, the Durgar, the enslaved dwarves, Durgar, a few drow who seem a bit confused and swept up in this group of little people and kind of disgusted at being part of this, but somehow a bit happy that they've been freed, are all kind of ushered outside as Elbrick leads you out there with the elder gnome. We need to make as much noise as we can and draw his attention away from Lycanids. We need to help those guys.
Okay, I think that can be arranged. But just a question: is only one of my adamantine weapons a +1, or both of them?
They're both +1.
Okay. Alright, well, if we need to make noise, I think it's time to start smacking things down with that giant-ass fucking hammer I got.
Okay.
I'm gonna find, like, the crowdest, like the biggest, like, thoroughfare near here, and I'm just gonna start knocking walls in.
Anarchy! Death to the machine!
So, the biggest thing here would be the actual marketplace.
Yeah,
Which you will totally find people start helping you take it down.
Yeah, no, once people are like out of the marketplace, I'm gonna start like going after fucking support columns.
Okay, so you start taking down the marketplace. The Elder Gnome is helping you. He's kind of punching select areas. And you know that some punches can actually make
I'm
it
in
through.
full rage doing this. As long as I'm attacking something, I can maintain it for like 6 or 10 minutes.
Okay. You note behind you. You don't actually, you can't note in your rage, so you don't notice anything going on until you hear a loud explosion behind you, and note that Albrecht seems to have set up a large bomb that he set off.
Yeah!
I called it.
Dwarves are
Roll for dynamic entry.
dwarves that were just kind of going about their business, and the dwarves that were in the prison are now fucking running, terrified at this just prison riot you have started.
Yes.
Before everything goes kind of quiet, and everyone kind of feels a chill in the air, and Albrecht appears.
No hesitation. Going for him.
Albrecht or Ardrin?
Ardrin.
Ardrin appears.
You know, this is your own damn fault.
Yeah, I know I fucked it up, but so you're charging him?
I'm fucking charging him with my hammer.
Okay.
You want me to roll, or is he gonna do some fancy shit?
Roll. He wasn't expecting.
Oh.
Yes. Okay. Now we just
Double nines.
It's the 9s!
He grabs your hammer hilt. He grabs your hammer in mid swing down. What are you doing? Get back in your prisons.
Joke's on you, I never was in prison.
You know the rest of the dwarves start to look a bit sheepish. Get back in your prisons now. As he says that, you see from the side of your face another large canister of, you're not sure what, but it seems to be a liquid, and from what it happens once it hits, you assume it was very flammable and explosive. Smash Ardrin in the face and set him aflame. He takes 22 points of fire damage. Enough. I'm tired of protecting you all. You are ungrateful, unwilling. You deserve what comes to you. And he disappears under the ground.
Oh, I was hoping I'd get my extra attack in.
You sure? You want to make a swing as he goes down? Sure.
Yeah. Alright, come on.
You're trying to whack him with this dwarf. That's...
Damn it!
You just...
Stab hammer's too top heavy, I'm not used to it.
Your hammer swings down and smashes on the ground as it closes back up.
Who's that dent in this fucking floor?
You note, everyone looks a bit sheepishly and confused at what happened before dwarfs start dropping to the ground. The Durgar start dropping to the ground. Even Ulbrich drops to the ground unconscious.
Albrecht is a Drogar?
Oh, he's a dwarf. All the dwarves and Drogar.
Yeah, all dwarves and sub-races are currently doing shit.
Ulbrich is a half-dwarf, technically. But he has dropped to the ground. You see that everyone's kind of panicking and looking at you. Except for the older gnome, who started walking off.
I'll point at the old gnome. Follow him! And start following him. While checking to see if everyone's okay as I pass them. The ones that fell over, see if they're still alive.
They seem to be breathing, but they are not responsive.
I'm gonna pick up Albrecht and just kind of fire him and carry him out after, and kind of point at the others and try and indicate take them with us.
So
No man left behind.
Actually, since you were here, but you technically weren't, you would know this as a coma. It's the same thing that happened to Parn when he disappeared He went unresponsive for a few days, for about a day. So you start firing and carrying him, as the elderly gnome leads you over to the main temple. And we're gonna cut back to everyone else right now.
And back to the death.
You guys would have left the
Yeah, we would have left.
the temple. You guys are back over here. Rogar, you see all the souls actually see all the souls in the city start swirling up and heading over to the main temple where you first saw Arjun.
This temple right here.
Yes.
Guys, I
Let's
think
get going.
we need to go to the
What
main.
direction?
Go to the temple you guys saw Ardrin. We need to go there now. All the
Alright.
souls are moving there.
All right, catch up if you can. I'm leaving you behind, and Parn's gonna just start porting across rooftops and find out what's going on. Move.
I go in the canal and just take the straight path and start moving.
So Par makes it there first. The rest of the guys, you guys are running along. Par makes it there. He actually sees a procession of gnomes. A large Norseman, deep gnomes. Well, actually, sorry, deep gnomes. Normal gnomes are on the surface. They don't know what's going on. Deep gnomes, a large Norseman, let's give him a number. About 5 confused drow, and a unconscious. Actually, no. You know what? By now, you see no confused drow. The drow are like, fuck it, we're leaving.
Yeah.
I wanna-
I don't give a shit.
Mode and gone to the drow. They're going full self-preservation.
I was about to ask, what are the drow's reaction as soon as a surface elf pops over and goes right next to Sigvaldi?
No, when Sigvaldi led the
mass
deep,
exodus here.
yeah, when Sigvaldi led the mass exodus of deep gnomes out of Egypt, the drow did not join him.
The drow chose instead to remain in slavery and leave.
They've just fucked off. But actually,
We're heading to Morocco.
you don't see anything. You just see just kind of a normal building.
I'm gonna pop it right in front of Sigvaldi. What's going on?
Well, we fucked up the jail, and your friend put all the dwarves and Zalgar and everyone to sleep.
All right, this is a rule. This is gonna actually be a question that needs to be answered. What was Sigvaldi doing when Parn woke up in a trance, went over to Albrick, and told the entire tale? Sovik?
Was I there for that?
No,
Sleeping.
this was last session.
There was the last session. Sigvaldi was sleeping.
All right.
That wasn't part of this. None of us watch it, so he was sleeping, as people do when it's not their watch.
All right. Then you would have heard me tell Rogar and Sarah that that's not Ardrin anymore. That is what gets left behind when a god ascends, and it's bitter and angry, and it basically wants to make everyone pay for what happened to it.
Got it. It's God Afterbirth. Cool.
I want to do a percent. I don't want to metagame this. So never mind. So this is how much reinforcement?
Actually, so basically what you're telling me is we're fighting the final boss of Earthbound.
All right. Well.
No, I guess wasn't that, but okay.
Well. Did you find anything in the prison before you tore it down?
I point at the people. Freedom.
Yeah, besides the people.
But did you
Unfortunately,
find our
something
stuff?
Very important that I could use right now got stolen from me.
Out of curiosity, were you able to find our stuff?
You're not there yet.
Oh.
Did I find anyone's stuff besides the bag?
You found Farn's bag.
So just Part's bag.
Do you show me Parn's bag?
You found an anvil, by the way, as well, but you didn't decide to take that.
The chaotic part of me wants to say no, but the good in me wants to say yes. So I'm just gonna toss him the bag.
Oh, good. Well, first things first, I'm gonna put my hand over the bag. Boots. Do my boots pop up?
Your boots pop out.
Oh, thank God! This is the only thing I actually cared about. I put my boots on. All right, so who needs healing? You take any damage, Sigvaldi?
I'm good.
All right, well, put my hand over the bag. 3 pots of healing.
2 pots of healing pop out.
Odd, there were 10 in there, but okay. And I will.
Some very greedy guards were guzzling them, apparently.
I hope not, because I
Hey,
paid
wait.
a lot of fucking money for them.
What happens when you drink pots of healing at full health? I don't know. Let's try it out.
Yeah.
Does it give you a buzz? It does. All positive energy gives you a buzz.
This is even better than licking a fake creature.
I hope that's just you trolling me, Flux. I
You
really
know,
do.
If Displacer Beast spray gets you so high.
Ah,
We
heal
call it
17.
Displacer.
It's called
I'm back
Displacer
to
cheesing.
full. Oh, thank God. All right. Well, that was fun. Let me see. What else was in there? Anything else I need to pull out right now? No. All right. Well, fuck it. Let's go in.
Remember this north of dust right off of Pixie's wings.
Let's the other 2 are coming, Sarah and Rogar. We can wait for them and then go in.
So Sarah and Rogar have actually made it here. I actually want to. Can we let's take a 5-minute break here?
Sure.
Okay, I'll think of more cliche drug things you can do with fantasy creatures.
So we'll pause here. We'll come back at 9:23.
Okay. I'm gonna go get a drink.
So you haven't gotten off until you invited a choker to your bedroom.
So, Sovik, when exactly did you realize that we were playing and had been playing for an hour without you?
Exactly a minute and a half before I popped online. Possibly less.
What was your reaction? Because I want to know this. 'Cause
There was several like long, pregnant pause moments of why the fuck do I have a Steam message? Okay, let me open up and look at it. Flux, are you there? Why? When was this sent? Oh, it's Sunday. Oh, it's D&D. The D&D. Then I opened up Discord. I had to wait forever because Discord wouldn't open. I'm looking for my wife. I'm like, I have a feeling D&D's tonight. And if I open up Discord, there's gonna be a bunch of dude, where the fuck are you messages? And guess what I found when I opened Discord?
Somewhere were your messages?
A bunch of dude, where the fuck are you messages, and one very concerned dude, I hope you're okay, from Flux.
Did your wife call you a dumbass?
No.
Aw. That would just
I don't think she cared either way.
that'd have just been perfect. It's just
Yeah, I just confirmed with her. She didn't care either way. She's too busy. She's too busy playing Hyrule Warriors.
Yes, we can hear.
She's gonna grind out the parts.
Okay. I'm gonna go use the restroom and then get another drink. I'll be back in a few minutes. Well, we before I go though, we did save some of them. Not all of them, but some of them lived.
You ever just light a mummy on fire and smoke it?
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. So I think I've determined what the ultimate D&D drug is. It's a dragon that rolls up and smokes his own mummies.
His own what?
Mummies.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I just want a red dragon now that just collects mummies and lights one end of them on fire and just starts smoking them. Like they're giant fucking mummy cigars.
That'd be an interesting way to get mummy rot.
He doesn't even do it for any other reason than just, can anyone else say it? They smoke fucking mummies?
It's just to show his wealth.
Yeah, exactly. It's the most decadent fucking thing you can think of, is smoking mummies.
Is everyone else here, or are we still missing some?
I think you'll take her out of the bathroom.
Too late. We're gonna move on to time.
I'm here.
I also realized that Minotaurs must never have to worry about money because they can only just milk their wives for dairy and cheese. I know, right? Something you never think about.
I'm back.
Female
Sorry.
Minotaurs must be cows, which means they must make cow milk, which means they could theoretically have a dairy industry of themselves.
I mean, yes, but they'd have to be pregnant for that.
True.
And I wanted to say I don't think there's any D&D female minotaurs, but I remember that there are a few gods that are female. So
Yeah. And Yakman can make yak cheese.
Okay.
Zon, you here?
I'm here.
Okay. And everyone's here.
Mm-hmm.
So you've all arrived at the prison, or at the main temple.
Alright, so we're gonna have to go up the outside of this. Could take us a few minutes.
Or, and hear me out, I take this hammer and I break open the doors.
No, I mean after we break open the doors. I mean there's stairs on the outside. We don't have to actually go into the temple. You know what? Fuck it.
There's a
Break
part of
the door.
Sigvaldi that's just like, where's the fucking hat?
So actually, Rogar, now that you're here, you don't just see a normal temple. You actually see a vortex of souls swirling down into the center of the temple, to the floor level of the temple. And you see the completely black soul standing in the center of the temple.
Guys?
Yeah.
Quick!
There's a very big vortex of souls right above this temple, and a big black soul right in the center.
Are you sure he said above?
I think God was very clear about the direction.
Yes.
It's at the floor. No, it's at the floor level. It's a vortex of souls swirling down to the floor level.
Oh, down at the floor level.
Think of it as a toilet of souls.
Alright, fuck it. Break the door. Let's get in.
Smack in the door.
Okay, give me an attack.
See, where was that when?
You needed a broad. You just needed a broadside of a barn, and then you like super good.
Okay, you
Fuck
smash.
that door.
You smash down that fucking door. Hurrah!
All right, is there a door right? in front-
Alice, millions of years of Dwarven history to the ground.
So, is there a door right in front of us?
Yes, you're now in the courtyard. There's a door right in front of you. To the left and right, the kind of wall, the walled courtyard continues on, and then the stairs.
Down and on the door goes.
Yeah, break the end of the door. Let's go. Ain't got
Break it down.
time. Parn is putting his hand in his bag of holding and thinking iron bands.
Roll damage.
Apparently, I'm great at breaking things.
Except
keep
skulls.
In mind, your thing does crits, automatic crits. So that was actually
Architectural masterpiece to the ground.
That was actually over 20.
It's evil. Take it all down.
You're actually doing, probably for you, a lot more than that.
Max would be 18 damage.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going.
Alright. Did I get the Iron Band thing?
I also imagine somewhere deep below I'm just like, what is that incessant banging noise that comes up every 20 or 30 seconds?
Yes, you pulled out the.
Okay.
The
I'm gonna
Iron Bands.
hold it. Alright, let's go!
So you guys smash open the door. Inside, you see the temple. actually. Hold on. No. Stupid thing. Didn't realize it was-
Sweet, we opened up the shortcut door.
Okay, so place yourselves here.
Okay.
You find yourselves inside the temple. The temple is flanked by 6 large pillars holding the ceiling up, and then it has a kind of ascends in levels. To one level up here is a large floor that you actually see a bunch of unconscious dwarves and Durgar around. A second floor, and kind of a third pedestal right here, where you see Ardrin standing there. You can actually feel the wind whip around you. Everyone feels wind whip around themselves, but they don't see or kind of like see anything pulled by the wind. Rogar, however, you see almost imagine an aurora borealis of just pure souls swirling down into Ardrin.
It is the most beautiful and terrifying thing I've ever seen.
I'm gonna turn to. Oh, fuck. Fine.
Swagan,
No.
Swagan,
Parn
start
holds his
charging.
hand. Parn holds his hand up. Wait. I gotta try something again.
No, we don't
I
have
got
time.
a message.
We're getting the band back together.
I turned to Sigvaldi.
You got a natural vision?
If this doesn't work, you know how you destroyed those doors?
How?
Yeah.
I see columns. You do the math, and Parn's gonna step forward.
Okay.
Don't need.
Did you say I had to wait?
You don't. Yes, you have to wait. And if this doesn't work, and I'm gonna drop the iron ball on the ground. You don't.
Clatters to the ground and moves off.
You don't have to do this. You can try.
Arjun looks at you. his eyes
Survive. We
mad.
survived. We beat your challenge. We lost some, but we saved others. They still live. You're strong enough. We can help you. You can help us. You don't have to do this. You are killing your people. Please. And Parn's gonna do something that is very hard for him to do. He's gonna pull out both his swords. He's gonna drop them to the side. And he is going to get on his knees.
Oh, I was waiting for the say drops to a side as a dynamic entry.
And I'm going to crawl one step at a show of humility. And I'm gonna sit. I'm gonna say please.
I need a persuasion check from you. With
Okay.
advantage this time.
Okay.
Please be good. Please be good.
I'm going to try D20. All right. 14.
DC was a 12 for this one. You see a tear start to roll down Arjun's face as you see his hands go for the 2 daggers on his belt. As Arjun starts to walk towards you, his face smiling, immediately
I don't know.
Immediately his hands come up. One dagger slides immediately across his own throat, and the other one plunges into his stomach and slices sideways and down.
I
Nice.
run up to him.
Considering this.
I run up to him and grab him before he falls.
Okay. Rogar?
Yes?
You see 2 things happen. You see the black soul immediately go inside Parn. It goes in, and you see it kind of worm up through his arm, into his body, and the inside of his soul. His soul is completely white, but you saw the blackness go in there, and you see the white that was left over in Ardrin go up. And you see the wind dissipate, and the souls disappear. They all swirl back down to the ground, to the dwarves around them.
So, like, the vortex, is it also still going, or...?
The vortex has dissipated.
Okay, so basically, Black Soul enters Parn. The white soul that was in Ardrin, that basically floated up, going up into the air. the vortex ceased and the dwarves and Drogar around here are waking up.
Yes, the vortex ceased. You saw all the souls that were contained in the vortex kind of shoot off into, and some of them will go back into the bodies. The other ones shoot off towards the prison.
Do I
and
feel
towards
different?
outside the city. You feel cold inside, and you feel betrayed. But other than that, you feel nothing right now.
Is
Parn.
where the vortex was right there, right?
Right where he was, yes, that was where the vortex was concentrating, but it's now since disappeared.
All right.
Parn.
I would like you all to follow me, and I want you to be prepared to strike me down. And I hand my bag to Rogar. I take off my boots. I put them in the bag. My swords are on the ground. I am unarmed.
You're gonna have to you're gonna have to send me a text of what's in this thing.
I will later.
All right.
No,
So
I'm not saying strike me down right now. I'm saying be prepared.
Fucking Rogar's not cool, dude. Stop the trend.
all right, I
Wait.
grab his short swords.
Okay, wait. Parn looks at you. We're going back to the pool. I'm going to meditate again. When we get there, if this starts going bad, if you see it with your eyes go bad, if you see me being taken over, you'll know what to do. But I think
Yes.
we have negotiated peace, but I need to communicate with this. And the last time I was able to was at that spot. And with
Okay.
that, Parn starts walking. Do I see my master?
Yeah, you see your master. He's kind of shuffling around. He actually walks over to Rogar and hands him his backpack.
Oh, the Parn's master gives me his backpack.
No, the stuff that was the pack containing the stuff that was lost by you in the prison.
Ah, okay. So I got my stuff back. Okay.
I turn to my master. I say, I'll trust if they falter. You will know what to do. And I walk by him.
As I'm looking at Parn, and I am keeping an eye on his soul, like, does it look like it's like gradually starting to become black, or is it like it's like outlining it most?
No, it's just pure white right now. It's the same Parn soul you know.
Okay.
Nothing's changed about it, other than you saw the blackness go into it.
Well, can I at least see the blackness inside him? No.
If you look
I
at
turn to Sarah. Sarah, I would like you to please stay here and prepare his body.
you actually know the dwarves are starting to. The dwarf Albrecht's starting to wake up. He's kind of looks like he's in pain, but he's starting to wake up. But yeah, Rogar, if you Parn entering the temple and Parn leaving the temple, his soul looks the exact same.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. I will see and prepare Ardrin's body.
Sarah, tell them all what happened once we're gone. And Parn takes the rest, and he hopefully motions for his master to follow.
Okay, so
Does
much.
he?
Master kind of cocks his head at you, and kind of just shakes it in a no motion.
Fine. And I continue, and we go to that location. Parn's going to get up. He's going to say, well, if this is it, it was fun. And he's going to sit in the middle
Before he
again.
goes there, just put yourself right back here.
Okay.
All right. Again, soul, everything looks the same?
Yes.
Okay. Before you go, Parn, I want you to know, it's been an honor serving you.
You never served me. We're your friend. Hey, never know. Maybe I'll get out of this. I don't know. But you know what? You'll take my place as a good leader if I don't.
I draw my longbow out, and I kind of look very forlornly at Parn.
Valdi, you haven't been here long, but I think you're going to be a good addition to the group.
Do I wear the companion? Would you prefer the maul or the axe?
Make it quick. I don't care which.
Maul it is.
Did Sarah come with us anyways?
No.
No.
Well,
Okay.
I guess.
Okay.
I guess she gets to say, but so
was. I know you told her to stay behind.
Yeah, I did.
So-
I don't want to leave Ardrin's body. One of us has to stay. And of the 3 that's here, I needed to tell Rogar that he's the new leader if I don't come back. I want him to know that I give him my approval. All right, and with that, Parn climbs up. He sits cross-legged. He closes his eyes, and he goes into a trance.
So it's like a prepared action. In the event Parn's soul goes like completely black, I'm going to let loose an arrow.
Okay.
Which I assume will be the signal for everyone else to fuck him up.
To beat the shit out of him.
Hey,
Yep.
I was prepared for this.
You can't seem to make the trance happen.
Can't at all.
Nope.
You know, I'm not used to this, Parn says with his eyes closed, but one eyebrow up in the air.
Give me a will check. Give me a wisdom save. A wisdom check.
Normally I'm asleep by now, and then wisdom save.
Try to force it.
Alright. +3 is what I have. 14.
From inside you, you hear a kind of drowsy voice. Stop it. You're gonna kill yourself.
Fair enough. Well, guys, it looks like I live. Something just told me don't do it right now, and I'm pretty sure it's whatever just went inside of me.
Are we sure that that's just not it trying to preserve itself?
But what if you want it to do the opposite of what it says?
Alright, it exactly said, stop it, you're gonna kill yourself. If it wanted me to die, it would have let me die.
Unless it doesn't want you to die, in which case maybe you should.
You know what? As much as I was prepared to sacrifice myself when I thought this plan of talking to it, I say we give it a benefit of the doubt for right now. What do you say? I fully support.
Sure.
Hey, Parn steps, sits down, uncrossed. You know, he has his legs off the altar.
His
His
soul
butt's
look?
still sitting on, and he's going, "Look, if it makes you feel any better, if this one sees anything funky with my soul, if it goes all black or whatever, I give you full permission to kill me till I'm dead." Parn says with the biggest smile he can.
His soul still looks completely white. Rogar.
Okay.
I'll let you know if anything changes.
I like this Trust the Darkness plan. I'm proud to be a part of it.
Watch 2018.
Okay, well,
Let's,
then,
let's just make friends with the giant blackness from within the depths of the earth.
you know what?
Yes.
I again, you've heard, you should have, you haven't, but I told you the gist. I lived its life sitting here. That's the whole reason I thought peace might work. I am probably the only being in existence, I hate to say it, because I don't know where this is gonna go, that has any idea what happened here. And also, I kind of like the idea of continue living. Not gonna lie.
So you say all that, but in the back of the head, all I can hear is that I'm so numb.
So, well, guys, it looks like I get to live a little bit longer. Rogar, I was serious about what I said. If I ever
Yeah.
do go, I think you'll make a fine leader.
Yeah.
Now, can I have my shit back? Parn says, finally sounding like Parn you of old, you know.
I'll give you back your boots and your iron band thing.
I want the bag.
Oops, well banned. They go motorcycle.
Last time I checked, I have the metal band.
Yeah, she picked
Actually,
it
yeah,
up.
Sarah does
Oh,
have
yeah.
the metal band.
Okay, so I give you your boots back.
And my bag. Give me my bag. You can keep the swords.
We keep the cards.
Okay.
I
I
have no idea about them.
But Rogar does. Actually, doesn't Rogar still have some of those?
I only have 4 of them.
Hand me my bag. You don't even know what's in it.
Sigvaldi,
All right,
would
look,
you mind
look,
handing him
Rogar.
the bag?
Rogar, here's something, buddy. I don't need those swords to kick your ass.
I'm just gonna size the both of you up and say, "Think mine."
Keep in mind, I mainly fight with my fists, and I have for about the last 2 months now.
Okay,
He's gonna make a considering face, size you up exactly the same way again, and say, "Think you might."
okay, I'll just stand myself over here, and I'll hold your bag out.
Thank you. All right, and I put the
I
bag.
will be keeping an eye on you, though, just so you know.
I already told you to. I'm gonna put my boots back on. I'm gonna put the bag on my belt. Let's go see what's going on. Hopefully, more people
hang
are
on.
alive than we thought.
Don't forget your belt buckle.
You know that was in the bag, and I'm the one that used it first.
Mm-hmm.
No. I will not drop my pants for you, Rogar. I don't swing that way. And Pard's just gonna start walking out.
I didn't think it was a matter of swinging.
Alright, I like
to embrace each other.
I would like to leave it there if no one else has any objections.
It's an act of supreme bonding among comrades.
Well, I just undo the bow and just put the arrow back in the quiver.
I think that's not even like the Northman in him. That's like the imperial military training in him being like, yeah, no, you don't sleep with your comrades. That's weird.
Alright, so I take it we all walk out?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Yes, exactly. Walk outside at the hall, down the halls, and back into Bilkarok.
Alright, how's the city? How's everything? What's it look like? Is there sound returning?
I mean, from where you are, no. You don't hear any sound.
Alright. Well, guys, I think we should head back to the last location we were. What do you think? Let's go see what Sarah's doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're gonna cut to Sarah. Sarah, what were you doing during this time?
I was prepping Audrin's body. I'm asking if anybody is familiar with dwarven funeral rites and traditions to aid me in this. And also asking other people to, if there's any other dead dwarven bodies that have not risen up, to have them collected so they can be for funeral rites as well.
I hope you're stressing to remember this man how he died, not how he lived.
So some of the gnomes kind of head off back to the prison to get the bodies there. Albrecht starts helping you wrap the body up to be returned to the forge. By this time, the other dwarves actually caught up to you guys. Well, actually, sorry, when the gnomes return, they actually come back with the dead dwarves and the procession of dwarves who all seem kind of confused at what's going on. What's going on?
I guess the evil remnants that have plagued this dwarven paladin's body has finally ceased and has left. I wish to give all those who have died during this tragic time a proper funeral rite, so hopefully that they can be welcomed back into their gods.
What happened?
He killed himself with his thing. He slit his own throat and gutted his own stomach.
Why did Arjun do that?
My companion said he apparently knew the pain that he felt. I don't quite understand it. He told me that when your god ascended, it left a part of him here, and that manifests to what it was. I honestly don't know much more than that. I'm terribly sorry.
Moradin did this to us?
No,
More like the cast-off pieces that weren't worthy of ascending.
You're not here, Siglani.
I know. I said the remnants.
I'm the voice in her head that improves her diction.
I don't think so.
No telepathy.
We've got theological conjuring going on here, and I need Sarah to answer questions that the dwarven populace are wondering.
Yes.
I said remnants of what was left behind. So I don't know if it's Mordrin. I don't know if you can call it a Mordrin.
But Moradin made him, right? That's what you said.
No, not not in a sense. Like, do you blame the tree for leaving dead leaves on the ground? If you do, I'm very disappointed in you.
That was actually one of the most poetic things that Zahn has said, and I fully support this moment.
Let's kind of be quiet and just think. By this point, the rest of the party's come back. You see a large procession of dwarves leading up from the temple entrance all the way to about the canal. Passing
Can't
out
let them have a
information.
conversation. We're probably like, all I'm saying is if we instate this oligarchy, then we can lead these people in everlasting peace below the ground. Forget the woes of the above.
And I'm telling you, I've already struck a deal, and we're gonna see how it goes for now. I think we should let them rule themselves for right
Does
now.
your deal have to exclude this?
You all, the dwarves are talking amongst themselves. So what languages do you speak?
Off the top of my head, while I'm trying to look it up, I know I speak Common and Giant, and I think that might actually be it.
Didn't y'all speak Goblin?
What the fuck's my languages? I might, maybe. Hang on.
You know, finally,
My talk button is Control, which also has been making my text smaller, so it's harder for me to read. Yeah, I only speak Common and Giant.
Okay. Parn, you're understanding them. No one else can understand them. You can understand what the dwarves are saying. So they're saying something about a tree and leaves and purple monkey dishwasher. You're not really sure exactly.
Purple monkey dishwasher.
You're not sure if this translation has been passed down correctly across the world.
Alright, Parn's gonna stop one, and he's going to try to talk in their own language that he's hearing. Have you seen a short white humanoid? Goes by Sarah. Sarah, do you always have wings? I've never.
No, I don't always have wings.
I was just following the gnomes. They seem to know what was going on.
Okay. Oh, crap. Okay.
I gotta leave the purple monkey.
I'll get back. I'll get back to you. I'll get back to you as all that happened.
You know what's going on? Come back, wait.
Parn speed walks away. Okay, Rogar, I can understand and speak Dwarven now. Something's going on.
I'm in my head just picturing the episode of Chowder when the power went out and all the weirdos came out.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not touching my book.
You mean the book I wanted to burn? I don't care. All right, let's go find Albrick. Let's go find Sarah. And let's go have a nice long chat, why don't we? As Parn says, kind of little freaked out. I love emoting these things to you guys because I love the roleplay aspect of it.
I need a drink.
You always want a drink.
Oh, Sarah's always wanting a drink.
Both of them always want a drink.
Let's go.
I'm always seeking to be a father figure to fill the hole of my own father's death left in me.
Although I am curious, I would at least like to see that dragon they were digging up.
Alright, did we get to Albrick yet?
You kind of push your way through. You see Sarah preparing the bodies. All the doors kind of humming and hawing.
Sarah, how goes it? Hey, I'm still alive! Whee!
Hey! Talking to dwarves, them asking me questions, me trying to answer questions, me busy now. And I turn back and I start prepping.
Question.
It's been a very draining conversation. It's lowered her IQ.
Question.
Albrick knows that Parn cannot speak Dwarven. He's been around him enough to know this.
Or Parn has been fucking with him the entire time.
Yeah.
Your dick move, bro.
Parn is gonna walk up to him and start speaking Dwarven. Hey, you know how you didn't want me to fuck your mind anymore? Well, we need to have a long conversation because I need to know what's going on, and you're the only expert.
Did you learn Dwarven?
Just
about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, about 10 minutes ago. So, we need to find someplace quiet. We need to go have a talk.
Actually, the funny you're actually looking at this. Wait, how long ago did Argent die?
No, I am bent over. This is if you can picture the moment. Parn walks up to him and he bends over. He is as close to an L shape as possible, and he's talking down into the dwarf face, going, "No, we need to talk now."
Wow.
Can you sail
That
that? I
is
just picture Master
so
Baylor.
mean. That is so degrading.
Yeah, I know it is, but it's also a moment where Parn's like, "Shit just happened, and I don't know what to do."
Okay.
Okay, let's. You know what? Let's go to the top. You know what? No, let's stay away from the top of that temple. In fact, let's go. No, let's stay away from that temple. Where were you staying before this all blew up? Let's go there.
Of a far walk, I entered. Wait, are you still speaking Dwarven?
Yes,
Oh,
I have
okay.
not stopped speaking Dwarven.
Okay, so I'm just like, I'm just like, kind of like, when did you can speak Dwarven? And then I go back to, like, I don't say it out loud. I'm just like, oh, fuck.
So
I
Albrecht
look.
just-
Can I do a perception check to see if I notice Sarah looking at me inquisitively?
Sure.
I just want. At this part, Parn is so freaked out he doesn't realize he's still speaking Dwarven, and I want a catalyst to go back to speaking Parn.
Okay, sure. Roll your perception check. Rogar, you can see Arjun's body. It's now been wrapped up in kind of cloth and bandages, but it's still soaking. It's still seeping blood out.
22.
Okay.
Sarah, make a sleight of eye check. You see what Sarah's doing.
Albrecht,
Yeah.
am I still speaking Dwarven?
Yes.
I meant to go back to common about 20 sentences ago.
Then speaking common.
Okay, I'm gonna do that now, and I start speaking in common. So, where were you staying before this all happened?
Half of the city away.
Fuck it.
There's abandoned houses everywhere. We'll just find one.
Fine,
He starts to walk down the street. Here's one.
fine. Hey, anybody who's interested? No.
Yeah.
No.
I'm
Anybody of my group
Procession
who's
starts
interested?
to follow you.
Yeah. No. Anybody?
Oh,
that
I'm
was-
following. Trust me, I'm
Vivaldi,
following.
Rogar, Sarah, you want to come with me for a bit?
Yes, I would.
I'm a bit busy at the moment.
I'll fill you in, Sarah.
Okay.
Got so many of these I have to do. God. Take a swig. Let's start working on some more.
Okay. We get into a house.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
You
And
do,
I'm
however,
going to-
Holy
there are many dwarves in Durgar and deep gnomes eavesdropping.
All right. Well, I wanted this to be private. So,
silence. Wait.
Oh.
No.
Albrecht, you know our last conversation.
Yes. We split up.
No. The one that you got really mad at me over.
To be honest, I've been getting mad at a lot of things you guys been doing. I thought you were here to save us, but you've been. I mean, yeah, you saved us, but it's been a fun ride. So, what specifically?
The history of your god. There, is that specific enough? Yes, everyone, I know the history of your god. Happy? I was trying to be fucking vague about it.
You hear
That
a bunch
one.
you hear a bunch of gasps. They try to quiet themselves, but you hear all the gasps. Okay, yeah, I remember that.
All right, so here's the deal. Besides the fact that your god was born here, raised here, and all that other fun stuff that I'm sure Albrecht will be happy to tell you afterwards, since this has been his life work. And then I quiet back down. Look. So what I just did while you were unconscious is I got a message. I'm not sure if it was from the remnants of what was left behind of Mordrin. I don't know if it was from Mordrin, the one in the sky. I don't know if it was from Ardrin, my former friend. But someone told me to try peace at there. I did. I dropped my swords. I dropped my weapons. I dropped everything, and I got on my knees. And when I did, I looked at him. I looked at my former friend. And he shed a tear. And then he did what he did, ending his life. There, Rogar. It's in
Yeah.
me, isn't it?
It's what?
It's in me, isn't it?
Yeah. Why did you think I was so prepared to shoot you?
I felt it. I had an inkling, but I wanted to confirm. What was left behind is in me now. It wants peace. It wants to make amends as far as I know. I have struck a deal with it. We will grow. We will protect each other. We will rebuild. What that was had been sitting in that coffin for over 9,000 years, alone, unable to move, growing bitter, angry. Why me? Is the only thing I kept hearing. What did I do? I feel, and I hope you'll agree, I hope you will spread this message to all who remain, that this is a city that should remain peace between the Mycadans and the dwarfs. It should be regrown. I have favors I would like to ask of your people. I would have favors of this city, which it can be a great shining monument to the world. But for now, I want you to know what did this is contained. And I hope that we will grow and regain its flux. Is would I say humanity in this aspect, or would I would say dwarvanity?
No, humanity as in like humility,
Yeah.
not humanity as not human.
Yeah. I hope it will regain its humanity through me. I don't know what to do. I could never speak Dwarven before now. I do now. I have changed, and I don't know what exactly to. When I learned of your God's history, I sat down at that pool. You saw me. I just tried to. I tried to trance. I tried to communicate. I was told, don't. You will die. I think it doesn't want me to die. I think it's already making changes, and I need your opinion. And then Parn is quiet for a bit, waiting for Aubrek.
I don't know. To be honest, this is completely out of my knowledge. Never encountered something like this. I don't know what to do when a vestige of a god or a leftover piece of a god stayed inside you. That's something you're gonna have to figure out on your own.
I was prepared to die when I went into that pool, but I would rather hope for the best. I want you, as you were in the thick of this. You seem to know more than me. I may have lived his life sitting on that pedestal, but you are a dwarf. I am an elf. This is very foreign to me. I am an elf that did not even grow up with my own kind, really. Should we give this a chance?
I mean, if the only other option is you dying, then yes.
Fine. People, let's mourn our dead. Let's rebuild. Let's see where it goes from there. Parn's going to get up. He's going to try to walk out, and he's going to wait to see what happens. Parn is not putting up defenses. He wants to. He's letting the people judge what happens to him.
I think Parn is Bill Murray.
I'm gonna take a few steps back.
We'll move on. See where it goes. It's like those Bill Murray fucking way to end that entire thing.
I that's what I'm doing. I am leaving it up to the people to decide.
Also, I just want to point out that I didn't used to speak Dwarven, but now I do. I've changed. Out of context, it's a hilarious sentence.
I know it is. Parn is not part of what I am trying to say, which I'm doing purpose, is Parn is frightened, confused, but thrilled all at the same
I
time.
want I want to see that applied to like horrible people in history. I want to see Hitler like I didn't always speak Hebrew, but now I do. I've changed.
All right. Does anyone take a swipe?
No one does.
All right. I'm gonna slowly walk back out to Sarah.
I follow.
Parn's not comfortable with this much attention. Parn is really not. So, all right. Albrecht, as I turn to walk out, Albrecht, I think you need to be prepared to tell people what happened. The rumors are already flying. Something about a leaf and tree, and then purple monkeys.
Purple monkey dishwasher. Thank you.
Purple monkey dishwasher.
Did not go to dishwashing school for 20 years. Did not have to use the official title.
So I think maybe we need to prepare a statement as soon as possible. These people are surely going to tell others, and I'm doing my best. This is not a place I recognize. This is not a thing I ever thought I would be. And with that, Parn kind of he's going to Sarah, and he wants to see Audrin's body. That's where he's going now. And if anybody else wants to do something, because it's kind of been the Parn show for the past 15 minutes, and I kind of want someone else to take spotlight.
I'll make a statesman out of you yet, Parn.
Yep. All we gotta do is get you a nice, fine pressed suit. I think gray would be a nice color.
Finest powdered wig in all the Underdark.
Mm-hmm.
You know, guys, it's been a weird week. It's been a very weird week.
Hey, I learned to speak Gith because of magic, and you didn't hear me complain.
I live in a box because of magic.
You know, magic.
Shit's whack.
Yeah, things are
Magic's
weird.
fucking weird, man. Why do you use it?
You know, we gotta figure out that box thing. I still don't feel good about it.
I want to point out that magic has done nothing but weird ass fucking shit in this entire world since day goddamn one.
Yep.
Our first adventure was apparently breaking into some dude's house because of magic.
I know, and I'm still upset we killed the friendly scarecrow. I'm convinced we could have made friends with that scarecrow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. I also wish to go see Arjun's body, like specifically, like see like if his face or whatnot's uncovered.
Kind of up, I'm assuming, but you know, you can go ahead.
So
is his face uncovered?
Is it?
It's up to you.
Do you wish to look on his face?
Yes.
I wish to see my friend at least one last time.
All right. I carefully show them his face.
Are his eyes open?
Yeah. Unless Sarah closes his eyes are opened. You see a little bit of a tear, and then shock.
I'm going to bow my head, close my eyes, and just take my index and pinky finger and close his eyes.
Parn's gonna sit down. He's going to choke up a bit. He's gonna say, "You hated me, but I still wanted you to be my friend. And in the end, kind of hope we were."
But on the breeze, just a fucking knife here.
Rest well, old friend. Well, we may not be able to bring your clan back. We may not be able to end the Empire. We will do our best to uphold what you once valued.
Way to put salt in the fucking wound.
Wow!
Yes,
You literally just told this dwarf's corpse, sorry, your entire reason for existence fucked up.
No, Parn has a very tumultuous relationship, and what he's trying to get across is that we will try to take up his cause from this point on. That Parn
I'm
owns.
very glad Sigvaldi was out of earshot for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Rogar's just looking at you going,
Sigvaldi is a
what?
former Imperial soldier who I don't know if you've noticed yet is still very loyal.
That's why I
He's
said.
genuinely torn on the fact that his people is revolted because he actually doesn't know what side to take.
Fair enough. This is between us three. All right, and well, 3 and a corpse.
So 3.5 men?
Well, I mean, if you were really be insulting to Sarah, I guess. We could call her half a man.
And with that, Parn would like to get up and give a smile. You know, I thought the dick in your book looked pretty nice, and then walk off.
It's just a scream from the ether.
Well, if you're finished, I'm gonna just banish this back up again.
Somewhere in Dwarven Hell, there's just a very piss off archer.
Yep.
Just the way Parn wants it to be.
Oh.
So
This has got beyond salt in the wound. You've just like, oh, I see you died from a horrible gouge to the neck and belly. Let me just pour an entire salt mine to both of those and fill those right up. There you go. Goodness no.
fuck. Are all the bodies been prepped? Or
yes, yeah. With some of the other dwarves that seem to have no funeral rites, you've successfully prepped up all the bodies. About 30, 40 dead total.
Albrecht,
30,
when do you when do you usually start your people's funeral?
We need to light the forge.
All right. Let's go do that. Or is this something that only dwarves can do?
Only dwarves and close friends.
All right.
The dwarves
Rogar?
I don't believe it would feel... I don't believe they'd appreciate Aldrin's body. Yes, Parn?
We're gonna give him the rights anyways. I'll take his legs, you take his head. We will carry him as his friends.
Feel wrong
We're
about
starting
this.
a funeral procession heading to the forges. You see that the gnomes have broken off. They're taking a few of their dead, and they're actually starting to leave the city. Going to. Actually, we can't leave the city.
No, they can't yet. We've got to figure that out.
They kind of look around confused. The Tarwin runs over to you, Sigvali. Barry, dead. Leave. It's a symbol for the spider. Down.
He wants to take the dead off the spider to bury them. Got it. I will assist.
Are you just gonna start like football throwing gnomes 600 feet to the ground? Is that it?
No? Chaotic neutral would, but you're chaotic good, man.
Grit your teeth, you'll make the landing. Whee!
No, he's gonna help carry them the normal way.
Like, as the funerary procession's going on, I'm just gonna keep my eye out, as, well, yeah.
Yes, we get it. You don't have to tell us every second. Please. Alright. What happens?
So the funeral procession goes to the forge. The forges are lit, the barrels stoked, the amber's lit, and then one by one, each body is put into the put into the forge till they turned into ash and ember to feed the forge again, be rebuilt in Morden's name, and it continues until all the bodies are gone. It's a very somber and quiet affair. No eulogies, no talking, just procession of dwarves putting each body in the forge.
When it's Ardrin's turn, we turn to Rogar and say, it's time. And
Yeah.
put his body into the forge.
Rover is a very bad casting.
Sorry we couldn't have that final drink. I help prep it up so he can go.
What he's lost.
Okay, help prep the body so it can go into the forge.
I think we just put it in. I do what the others have done.
God, it's just a magic Rover accidentally just dumping it unceremoniously. Whoops. Oh, that's done. Come on, let's get a beer.
All right. Okay. So, did Parn hear Tarwin at all?
No, you guys kind of have. Yeah, I guess yeah. Yeah, you heard him. You just tell Sigvaldi go off with.
I'm gonna turn to Albrecht. Do we have any idea how to control this thing?
No clue.
I hate to do it because I've been avoiding it because I don't want to rile up what's inside me. But
That's cool. Just having the lights out front of this thing.
can you take me to where Ardrin normally stayed when he controlled this?
Yeah. He leads you guys up to the. He leads you and leads Parn up to the top of the top where you first met Ardrin.
I have my hand on the hilt of my sword.
Okay. So
This works. We're stealing the spider when everyone's gone.
I'm gonna look down. Is the dragon dug out?
The dragon's pretty much fully excavated.
Okay. I'm going to cross my legs. I'm going and what did he just stood here and looked forward? And he did this, Albrecht?
He seemed to kneel and close his eyes and everything obeyed his commands.
I'm gonna pull my healing. I'm gonna pull my bag of holding out. I'm gonna say, pot of healing, please.
The pot of healing comes out.
The pliers? What was that?
Please. All right, and I take it off. Well, one for the road. I pop it. I'm already at full health, but I'm doing it anyways.
You just want to feel what it's like to be a displacer beast for once.
And I get on my knees, and I think about the spider. The legs going down to where it can touch the ground can be touched. Not now.
Let you rest.
Okay. All right. I get up. Said.
Okay, can we stop at the stairs this fucking thing?
What?
Destroy the gems. Freely.
Okay.
Make up for my mistakes.
Will do. Thank you. And then I get up. All right. So I can't do it right now. I need to rest. It needs to rest.
Did it tell us anything important?
But it told me a way to at least get us to the ground, I think.
Okay.
We must destroy those gems when we first entered.
Yes.
I think, to be safe, we are going to need to destroy them bit by bit, or we'll all just fall and collapse. You said you saw new gems being formed on the legs?
The gems were filling up.
They were filling up the legs.
Well, we're gonna have to destroy them. Shit. Damn it. I would like to get this. We're in the middle of the Underdark right now. I would like to at least get us back to where. Get us back to where this city rested before we collapse it. What do you think, Albrecht?
I don't know how to control this thing. I don't know how to get us back there.
I know. It told me it needed rest before I could do that. Before I could move it. I think. It told me of a way to destroy the gems, though, to get us down. But do we want to have the city sit here?
On top of the dragon?
Yeah.
Giggity.
Do we want it to sit here? Or do we want it to go back to where we found the city to begin with?
What exactly would be our food supply?
I think going back would be for the best.
Alright, well, I think I'm gonna need your help. You are a better negotiator than I am. I think I'm gonna need all you. Definitely you, Sigvaldi. We're gonna have to explain to the gnomes that we will have to wait before we can go back. And I think we should all work up something to help get them down in the meantime.
Out of curiosity, like, from where the city is, how far was it from Tarwin's village? Like, half a day's travel?
It was about 2 days' travel. You guys had enough time to establish a language and report with Tarwin.
All
I
right.
mean, I'm assuming that there must be some way off this thing, because the fucking golems can get off of it.
They went down the legs.
Which,
According to
to
Tom.
me, says there's a way down the legs that isn't necessarily climbing on the outside of them. Like,
As if
how
there's like
thick
a,
are these legs?
How high up are we, essentially?
You're like good
That,
600 feet up.
that wasn't actually the question of the attack. I specifically said, how thick are the legs? Like, is it conceivable if there's like an inside to them somewhere that we can get at?
Not really.
Okay.
Well,
Like, I was trying to figure out if there was like a fucking like escape hatch out of this thing that would just like drop us down a huge giant drop.
well, the entranceway, we were able to climb up. If we were able to climb up, if we can get some more rope, we can create a rope ladder and people can climb down it.
Yeah, but could they do that while hauling dead bodies?
We can get it with more rope and wood, which I'm sure there's tables and stuff around here. We can create a way to lower the bodies.
At that point, we might as well just build a fucking crane elevator.
I turned to Albrecht.
At that point, yeah, I was about to say, we look at the dwarf. Can we do that?
But it's actually gone. You hear the forges are starting up. All the doors are actually gone. Well,
Yeah.
most of the doors are gone.
They were like,
maybe.
wait, obviously. Quick, make things.
Okay.
There's a massive sound of hammering and working in the forges.
Well, it looks
I
like
think that answers that.
Yeah, I think that does. Well.
Yep.
Well, this is a weird day. I need to rest. What about you guys?
I'm good.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go take a break. I don't know. You know what? No, I'm not.
Before I do much of it, I'm just gonna kind of like look over into the forge to see exactly what it is they're actually doing, to see if it's actually what we were suggesting, or if they're just doing some other unrelated dwarven thing.
I'm fairly certain you see what looks like a gondola being constructed.
Okay, then after I confirm that, I'm gonna go find Tarwin to tell him that the dwarves are gonna make a way to get down.
Excellent.
You see, as you guys start heading off, you actually see Albert come back out. He's talking to the other dwarves. Give me a perception check, Neo.
Yes, sir. Okay. Perception. 18.
You hear him you overhear him say, "Scout through all the tunnels, find everything that's down there. We have to make sure there's nothing in here that can threaten us." Then you see the rest of the doors scatter across the city.
I'm gonna walk up to Albrecht. Buddy, we're not repeating the same mistake that was made before, are we?
No,
Okay.
these tunnels were just recently unearthed, and we had a madman take control of the city. Still an archaeologist. I want to know what's down there.
Okay.
Could be nice things. It could be horrible, gnashy teeth things. We don't know.
Speaking of which, have we seen a golem since then?
You have. The golems are completely inoculated. They don't seem to be doing anything. Rogar, you see that some of the golems still have souls inside of them, but they don't seem to be doing anything.
Yes, heads up. There's a chance some of those golems may still be active and just playing dead.
Okay, Rogar, I'm gonna tell you right now. I think what's going on is what was left behind, which I've got to talk to it and find out what it wants to be called. I really do, because calling it what was left behind seems really insulting,
Well,
doesn't it?
clearly what it is the dwarf and the elf.
You just hear Parn sigh. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Oh, you also have interuniversal anime fantasies? Cool.
Look. It told me, it's been speaking to me. It doesn't want the mistakes repeated. That's a good sign. It told me it needs rest. A good sign. So hopefully, but I think what's happening, as we saw before, it controls the golems. So without it in power right now, it inside me, that is never not going to be weird saying that. I turn to Sarah, and I turn to Sivaldi, and I turn to Rogar. That is never, ever not going to be weird.
Oh, don't worry. You get used to saying things are inside you after a while.
Eh.
You actually note that now that the golems are depowered, there's actually a cavity in their chest that seems to have opened up, and you see the same kind of diamond-shaped crystal inside them.
Actually,
Diamonds.
that's a question that's on my mind. How tall were the big golems with the electric fists again?
They were about 9-10 feet.
Okay. And how big were their giant electric fists?
About the size of a doghouse.
Okay. That does kind of cut off the further line of questioning I was going to go with, but alright.
Maybe 5 feet around.
Next question was going to be, how tall is Parn? Parn, do you want electric gloves?
No, but I would like to do something. Rogar.
Yeah?
I'm gonna need a sword for a little bit. Can I have my sword back?
I'll give you one of your short swords back.
Thanks. And I'm gonna walk up to one of the golems, and I'm going to stab it.
I'm gonna try and direct him, like around the soul crystal thing.
No, Flux just said there's a visible crystal that's opened up. I'm gonna
stab right in the adamantine sword. The adamantine sword goes right through the crystal and it shatters. Rogar, you see the light that was inside the crystal go up to the sky.
Whatever is powering this thing is gone. It went up to the sky.
Alright, how long...
Taps my hammer. Time to start. Go soul.
Wait. How long have we been awake now? Since the last time we rested?
I think like 3 or 4 hours at most.
Yeah, let's say about 4 hours.
Alright. Everyone, and I'm gonna go up to Albrecht. Alright, here's the thing. Personally, I'd love to keep the Golem army. But I'm going to do what this thing says, and I'm also not going to repeat the mistakes. It said destroy the crystals, and I'm gonna ask him to come with me. I'm going to point at one of the golems, and I'm going to say, there it is. I'm gonna thrust. We need to do this. I need you to help me gather people to do this. Can you?
I've already I could find some people. Yeah.
Hey, Parn,
Yeah.
did he mention anything about that dragon?
No, I'm gonna ask when I can. There's a lot of things on my plate as Parn's gonna get the most sad.
Look, just get some paper, write down your questions for the thing, let the elf get some sleep, and give him the list in the morning.
Yeah.
All right.
Look, I understand this is weird, but it's already told me it can't right now, and I'm not gonna push it. So let's wait for those questions until later. Let's get this work done first.
All right.
All right. And Parn's gonna I need my other sword now.
Okay, I give him his other sword.
Oh,
And
I just
Barnes?
had a great fucking thought, but I'm tempted. I don't know if I want to go through with it. The box is an object.
Oh boy.
On the one hand, I could potentially be rid of it. On the other hand, I've been building up a bit of a rapport with it.
And on the other hand, it only works on non-magical objects, I'm pretty sure.
That, and if you destroy it, the box could give you some kind of magical fuck you.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd have to relook adamantine. I don't know if it works on magical items. I think it. I don't think it does.
Magical adamantine surely would.
Do have a point. And Parn's just gonna start. Well, let's get started. He's gonna spend the next, I guess, we've been up for 4 hours. The next 12 hours going around the city, destroying golems.
I help.
Hopefully freeing whatever is trapped inside.
Okay. So you guys scour the city from stem to stern and find all the golems you can and destroy the crystals inside.
Out of curiosity, as I was going around, by chance, did I see one where the soul was very reminiscent of Gideon's?
No.
I don't think you can tell souls.
You don't have that power.
You can
That's worth a
see
shot.
souls. You cannot identify souls.
You have soul blindness when it comes to soul faces.
That probably is very good for Rogar, because he probably would be going, oh god, gotta kill another one.
Alright. Parn's that also gonna keep an he's gonna be listening the whole time to what the city is saying. Any chatter.
I mean, there's really no chatter. All the dwarves have been put to work. The gnomes are kind of milling around in their own kind of little coven, waiting for their place to put their dead.
Plus, I imagine, like, any talking you're hearing is probably like, okay, bring that pallet of lumber to there, or something like that.
Alright, when I get to here, I do have a question. Do I feel anything? Stir.
You get to where? Sorry.
Right here, at the 4th temple at the gate.
You don't feel anything.
Okay. And I could go back to stabbing golems.
Actually, Flux, the box only had like the one bit that opened with the button, right? There wasn't like anything else to it.
No, it's just an octagonal box. With kind of a pedals that close in, cover up the button.
Yeah, basically the key from the fucking mummy in shape. Yeah, okay. I wasn't sure if it was like a thing where I could like fuck with it and try and like create configurations or other openings or anything.
It's not a Lamet configuration.
I have another question. We know for a fact at least a few thousand dwarves were sent here, right? Do we have any idea? Well, actually, better question. Do we have any idea of the numbers?
More than you've been able to count.
Yeah. Does it look like there's anywhere near that number still in the city?
Yes.
Good.
There's not a massive amount, but there's more dwarves than you've ever seen in your lifetime.
Fair enough. Essentially, I'm trying to. Parn's trying to take an account of the total dead, not just the ones that we put in the forge. To get a estimation. We don't know if do I know if every golem took a dwarf to create? Do we know that?
Rogar notes that one soul comes out of every golem.
Mm-hmm.
Darn. When we get close, have I seen any Mycodons?
No.
I know not a lot of them have survived, but okay. Well, anyone want to go see what happened with the Mycodons? The
Yeah.
ones survived.
Might as
I
well.
continue as Parn says this and stabs another golem. As I continue doing this and keeping up my end of the bargain.
How about you
it's
stay
gonna take
behind
all
us?
day. You hear Parn say.
Yeah.
Stab another.
I'll go check the Mycodons.
Okay, you head back to where you last saw the Myconids. They seem to be congregating around the box, around the crystals.
Oh dear. Okay, like, is there like a layer of dust or dirt or something on the ground where I could maybe like try and pictograph what I'm going to try and ask?
Or you could just get squeezed again.
What?
You remember this from the first time.
Just a layer of dirt or dust.
Okay. On the layer of dust, I'm going to try and draw like a crude figure of my character using his sword on the crystal. I then try and...
One of the Myconids walks up to you and sprays on you. Free are imprisoned.
Free the imprisoned. Alright. Let's do this thing. Alright. Bad idea. Alright. How many crystals are in the area?
There's about 2 for each leg.
Two for on each side?
2 for each leg.
Oh,
There's a main one. There's a large main one that you saw when you guys were actually coming in, and then now that you're actually seeing them filled, you can see a little bit further down the leg, covered by the kind of the bronze shielding. There's another crystal.
Okay. Going to take out one of the legs worths of crystals. As I do that, does like...
Okay, the leg immediately smashes down to the ground. The city is now kind of trembling.
Oh dear.
Actually, the city's at an angle. Sorry.
Oh boy. To the Myconids, I'm gonna try and say best I can. I think if I do that to all the other ones, this thing's just gonna collapse down.
They are trapped. Free them.
Okay, what I'm gonna try and do is this. I'm gonna go to like an opposite diagonal one instead, and then hit that one. What happens?
Okay, the leg goes, and the city is now angled again. Is that correctly? It's now level again.
Why did I say alone? Why did I say I was going to do this alone?
Oh god, I don't want a medic.
I know. The problem is this.
When you're in over her head, it is not a problem to just say, take a rain check.
At the same time, there's a lot of them. Okay, I'm gonna ask them. If I destroy one more, I think we will collapse. I need at least one other ally to destroy both at the same time. Otherwise, we probably will die. May I please go get an ally?
Yes.
Okay. Start moving out back to where our group is.
Alright, did we feel this?
I'd
Yes.
imagine.
Yes, you did.
I'm gonna, was I in the middle of stabbing one?
Yes, you were. I actually need you to make a dex check to get out of the way of the golf ball. I mean, the top roll.
Okay. $15?
You get out of the way. It was mostly a joke. Cool.
I'ma kill him! You can, if you are anywhere within, I'd say 1,000 feet of Parn, you just hear a loud Rogar!
Now, you can't assume it's his fault.
I'm going to give Sarah the most sarcastic look. I mean, eye roll. What is it? What am I going for here? I'm trying to. It's a look, but I don't know the word for it. where
Deadpan?
Someone said, "Yeah, deadpan look." I possibly can. Really?
You can't assume because that makes an ass out of you and me.
Okay, Sarah, continue. Here, do you need something pointy, or has that mace of yours been working real well?
It's been working okay.
Okay, I'll be back, and I will just book it towards where I sent Rogar.
Well then, how long have we been doing this?
For the better part of 3 hours.
Okay, I was because my character will need more sleep than Parn will, so just keeping track.
I mean, we had 12 more hours before we need to go to sleep, so we still have 9.
Okay.
Wouldn't 12 hours put us at 24 hours of being awake?
No, we were up for about 4 hours before we finally finished the thing, and the blackness went in. I tried to communicate it with it the first time. Then I asked Flux, and then we've been doing this for 3 hours, and you can normally stay up for 16 hours.
Okay.
I think. Is D&D different when it comes to how long you normally stay awake for?
No,
No.
not really. Unless it's during travel time, then it's
Oh.
only 8 hours. Because it's
Fair
the thing you're actually like resting for the rest of the time.
All right. I'm
Yeah,
booking
so-
it towards where Rogar is.
Okay, you two meet up.
Rogar,
Yeah.
I've got the most fake smile on my face. Didn't we say I'm going to try and take the city back where it originally was? Then we're gonna break the crystals and make everything collapse, remember?
Yeah, the
How-
Mycadids aren't very patient.
How am I supposed to do that if you're breaking the legs?
The Mycadids were very persuasive.
I'm sure they were. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We'll talk to them. We'll try our best to explain it to them.
You'll be the one to explain it.
Yeah, that seems to be my job. You know, you're gonna have to get better at this if you're ever gonna take over. Just for the record.
Oh,
Kinda
I
been
have
waiting
I have a good grin on my face saying, "Oh, I know. I'm just waiting."
Yeah. You know, I didn't want to be the leader. And as we're talking, I'm saying, you know, I didn't want to be the leader. I really didn't. And then
Oh.
fucking
Don't worry.
Arjun died, and then you and Sarah almost got us killed, and then someone had to stop us from dying. And ever since then, I've kind of been, unfortunately, the leader. But you guys have taken great pleasure in giving me headaches over. I haven't
Alright,
noticed.
Okay, fine. We'll go to bed. We'll start driving the thing back. Probably at half the speed it could go.
Okay, are we at the Mycadins yet?
Yes.
I'm gonna walk up to one. I'm gonna say, "Spore me." I'm gonna look dead at him. You know what? I'm gonna take my little finger and poke one. Spore me.
This guy is disgruntled, but shoots you in the face.
Hey guys, look. I know something's going on. What exactly is going on?
Their souls are in the crystals. They want the crystals destroyed.
Our
Okay.
kin are imprisoned.
Okay. We have been freeing your kin up top this entire time. get this place back to where it was.
If they're not our kin, free our kin.
We will. I promise you. I can take this place, I think, back to where it was. Back to the water. Back to the area. Everybody wants that, right?
Yes.
I can't do it without the legs. When we are there, the first thing I will do afterwards is free your kin. I swear to you. But for right now, please, we can't do it right now. I open myself up, and I'm telling you truthfully, you already have my surface thoughts. Please, whatever you can to tell if I'm lying or not.
We will
I
hold
am
you
not.
to this promise.
Yeah, I'm getting used to that. I promise you that we will destroy this crystal right after the city is back. Okay?
I didn't
Now.
remember they could read surface thoughts.
Now, that's how they communicate. Now, I understand you have great losses. And I am truly sorry for that. We really tried our best. I mean, who the hell thought they would throw a dwarf and blow him up?
Not helping.
But what do you need from us for the next few days before we can destroy the crystal? What do you need?
We need nothing. We want to be home.
Okay. If you want to stay in here, I fully understand. We'll make sure no one comes to mess with you. Okay? All right.
Agreed.
All right, good. Now, I need to go back up and continue destroying the golems. Please don't talk another one of my friends into start destroying the legs yet. Rogar?
Fine.
Next time, tell them we can't get home. Next time something like this happens, consider all the options before you take action.
All right.
All right. I will leave you guys here. I know your connection will last for as long as I'm in the city. So if you need anything, just tell us. I got to get back to it. And Parn starts to leave. It has been a trying day. And then Parn goes back to whatever he was doing.
Okay, so for the rest of the day, you guys stab golems. Well, you guys feel like it's time to rest. It's not really nighttime anymore, but you feel like it's time to rest. When a group of dwarves rush up to you in Albrecht, they say, "We found something."
Yay!
Are we there as well?
Okay,
Yeah,
let's
you guys-
go.
You guys have all kind of convened for getting ready for the night. So they lead you deep. They lead you inside the city, under the tunnels, until you come to a locked door. Well, a door that has a lock on it, but it's just they push it open, kind of force their way through. Pardon, this is the workshop.
Oh no. Okay. Arbrick. This was his workshop. I'm looking for Albrecht's reaction.
You just see a weary half dwarf.
Okay, I'm gonna start looking through the paperwork for anything on how to control the dragon or the spider that doesn't involve sitting and meditating.
So reading the paperwork, you see a constant reference of the I Ching, that the Yichim powers the golems, the Yichim powers the spider, the Yichim powers the dragon. When people die or are killed, their Yichim leaves them and can be captured inside. You see kind of a schematic for the diamonds. The Yichim can be used to make all these things move and work.
Turn to Albrecht. Can your heart take another one?
I don't know. It's.
I'm gonna hand him the paper. I'm gonna hand him a bit of the paperwork explaining.
I think I'm done with more after this. Okay, hold on.
I'm getting too old for this shit.
I don't think Coralon worshippers don't have to deal with all this nonsense, do they?
I don't worship Coralon. I kind of
He's a
on one of
bad
my,
elf.
I kind of on one of my travelers got told of for logging.
You big guy, your people just get oiled up and wrestle, right? You don't have to worry about all the baggage and stuff.
I don't know, but Parn certainly does seem to like to have a dwarf inside of him.
He was talking to Savaldi. I turned to Sarah.
And a tunnel cord.
Just starts reading. Just groans and
I follow the Azir.
I don't believe in any gods.
As does she, and I gotta point over and Sarah. We all from the north. We follow our own gods.
Okay, so that's what I'm going to have to manipulate. Looking forward to it. Let's leave this place alone for now. But first, I think we should gather up any documents here for now and make sure to confine them. What do you think?
That sounds good enough for me.
Thank you, Rogar. I mainly mean Albrecht, as unfortunately the tiring expert on Mordred. All right, and I start gathering up all the paperwork. If I look closer, as in trying to ask if I have to use a skill check, can I find anything on specifically how to manipulate this?
I don't see anything on how to manipulate the Yichim. You, however, find a ring, a staff. Oh yeah, well, this is loot time. But a pair of gauntlets, 2 hideously garish gauntlets, and a book.
Nice.
Wait. All right. Let's gather this up. We will take it with us. But first, I need to look through the book just in case. Is it in a language I understand?
You flick through the book. The book is empty. It doesn't have anything written on it. You just keep flicking through it until you get to the middle, and there's just a gaping hole in the book that doesn't lead to more pages. Like the middle of the book is just a hole.
Like just a hole to nothing?
Yes.
Like my bag of holding hole?
Similar.
Okay,
Do we have here the rare book of holding?
This is gonna be interesting. Okay.
Inside of it is just every dick pic ever done.
I'm gonna close the book for a second. Deal with you in the morning. Okay. Now, we could try these items on, could figure out what they do,
Or we could go on a Page Master style adventure into that book.
Or we can wait the morning when everybody would be more suited to do that.
All right. The morning would probably be best.
Do I find any paperwork?
Actually, look it up. You don't find out what they do. You just find out how to activate them.
Yeah. Do we find out any paperwork with what these items are? Anything to tell us as we're gathering up paperwork?
You find something detailing the book. The book works as a bag of holding, and once you put something in it, it also casts Identify on it.
Neat.
Here,
Okay.
let me
Well.
link this to you.
Okay.
Flux said red dot it.
Yeah, please. I assume you're gonna link it in the RPG chat.
chat.
A book of holding.
So what you're literally telling me is we found the Book of Cain from Diablo 3.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh
Cool.
my god, yes.
All right. I will. I will take the book, and I'm going to take the ring. I'm going to put it in the book. What's the ring?
The ring is a ring of water walking.
Okay, I don't need this. Who would like sure they never fall into water?
Okay, good.
Rogar raises his hand.
Okay, this is a ring of water walking. One of you, it'll let you walk on water. So you two play rock, paper, shears, and figure out who gets it.
Okay.
Or we can wait and see what the gauntlets are and then decide.
Okay, next I will put the staff into the bag. I mean, into the book.
This is a staff with a python.
Staff of the Python.
So I need to look these up.
Sticks to snakes?
Yes.
It's a snakes.
Sticks to snakes.
Staff of the Python. Rare. You can use this action command word, throw it, and it becomes a giant constrictor snake. Okay.
Sticks to snakes!
All right. This, when thrown and you use this correct command word, becomes a giant constrictor snake. Who wants it?
That would be attuned to clerics and druids.
Okay. Well, Sarah.
Staff and I start jumping.
Well, sorry.
Attunement, cleric, druid, or warlock.
Yeah, or warlock.
I am
Alright.
one of these things.
All right, and last, I will pull out. I put the gauntlets in. What do the gauntlets do?
Flux said homebrew.naturalcrit.com.
These are gauntlets of the eternal cycle.
GAUL gaunt LE.
I linked it in the RPG chat.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very, 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 very much. All right, these gauntlets. See. Sarah, you're going to be the one to get this as well.
Ooh.
These allow you to, when you cast Cure Wounds, apparently when you cast it as a stronger spell than normal, you may cast Inflict Wounds for free, apparently.
And vice versa.
Yeah, before the end of your next turn.
Ooh.
If you inflict, you may cure. If you cure, you may inflict.
And also, as a bonus action once per day, if you attack with an armed strike, you do extra radiant damage.
Yay.
Okay, well, number one.
Oh god, you really have to punch the gauntlets together to make that happen too.
Yeah. Okay, so 3 things. It's not fair for me to hold on to 2 bags of holding. So before I go to bed,
I guess everything goes to Sarah. Here, Sarah, have all the magic items.
No. Before I go to bed, I'm going to transfer all my stuff to the book, and I'm going to let one of you have my bag of holding. Whoever didn't get the ring, it's only fair. So keep that in mind when you two figure out who gets the ring.
Why can't they get the book?
Yeah, but if we want the book. What's the worst that can happen if an extra dimensional space goes with me to an extra dimensional space?
Yeah, that's a fun thing.
I want the book. Considering all the freakiness today, I want to claim a magic item for once.
If we place you into the book, we'll identify you.
Would it?
I don't think the hole's big enough, so let's not try it. Also, I don't want to die. I'm pretty sure there's no air in there.
What if
Just hold
you
your
put
breath.
air in there? Just wave it around in the air really fast for a long time.
No. All right, and Parn grabs up the book. He has his bag of holding to his side, and he's going to transfer everything before he goes to sleep.
Actually, I have an interesting question regarding bags of holding. Is there anything that explicitly states you can't place space into the bag of holding?
Yes, a pissed off DM.
Okay.
That's one of the hardest rules.
That's the most ultimate rule of them all. Yes, also, 5e, it just destroys them now.
It's the same thing that limits grains of sand and bag of some holding.
Yeah. Alright, so, with that, we're going to finish gathering up all the
Wait, is that a
paperwork.
thing? Grains of sands and bags of holding?
Yeah.
You make the chicken army 3.5.
We're gonna finish gathering up the paperwork. I'm going to look over the workshop one more time, search my memory for any hint or help, and then say, all right, well, can I get some sleep now? Turning to Albrecht. Can we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He just kind of walks off back to the forge.
yeah. I think we all need a break.
We've
All
had a
right.
long day.
And I think we all go find a nice empty house. Parn, tired beyond words, just opens up the bag of holding, pulls out the barrel of water and a bunch of the food he's put in there, and just sits it and it says, "Help yourself. I'm gonna transfer everything. Then I'm going to sleep."
All right.
This would be a great time for a party cake, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Why did I have? If only we still had the pony keg.
And I'm going to
Actually,
start.
you should. It should still be in that pack that who's going to do it?
Yeah, except it was empty.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you know, they're not going to leave it full of alcohol.
I mean, you can check.
I checked the pony keg.
But it's not there.
Yep, it's not there.
Give me a quick perception check, Parn Rogar.
Okay.
Rogar, you distinctly remember a blind deep gnome walking off with a giant keg at one point.
I didn't notice jack shit.
Fuck!
What's wrong, Rogar? As I put another item from one bag of holding to another.
One goddamn gnome stole my pony keg.
What gnome?
A gnome.
Which one?
I don't fucking know.
An old blind gnome.
Your fucking master.
Parn. The heartiest laugh you've heard out of Parn in a while. That's hilarious. And then he goes into his bag and he pulls out 10 plat, and I say, "Here, when we get back, get another one." And then I go back to transferring items.
Okay.
Parn had
All right.
25 plat, so he now has 15. All right, that was fun.
We're gonna call it there for.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
I think so.
little thing before we finish or do the end. I guess no, we're finished. The little thing for you guys I need to talk to you about. We may need to be cutting this